What's going on, guys? I gotta go get my brakes done, so we're headed to the shop right now. I talked to Candace. She doesn't believe the Rick Cutler angle, boys, so it's gonna have to be up to me, and I'm not really the best guy to be betting on these types of things, alright? I'm pretty undependable. I'm a degenerate. And now you guys want me to do journalism? Yes. But what I think we're going to do here, boys, is just talking about the Rick Cutler case and pointing everything out. And pointing out that he shot a palm gun. And pointing out that he helped Charlie to the van. And pointing out that Frank Turek lied and he only worked with Charlie once.
1 hour later.
So I made a video on Rick Cutler and kind of what I thought happened in the Charlie Kirk shooting, and a lot of people have just really crapped on me for it. It's been very interesting to see how people react to my predictions on what happened, and I find it even more suspicious that nobody has talked about it. And even more interesting is Rick Cutler has gone missing. Apparently after the shooting, he had a mission to do in Guatemala, and no one's heard from him since. I don't know, guys. I saw the guy shoot Charlie Kirk. Okay, you can see a projectile leave his gun. I have watched this thing a million times, and it looks like it's like a Chicago palm pistol. And the theory that I have on why we aren't getting the autopsy is because Charlie was shot with a .32 caliber pistol bullet, which is very rare, and it would give things away. And then we have mismatched statements from the autopsy. The bullet shattered in his neck and traveled down, but then we have reports of him pulling the bullet out. Well, if the bullet was in a million pieces, how would you pull it out? We need better psyops, bro. But, I don't know, like, I've watched this over and over and over and over, and I'm the only guy talking about it. I talked to Barron about the whole Rick Cutler situation. He doesn't believe it, which, I mean, it's fine. I actually appreciate Barron to actually acknowledge what I said. He's a cool guy. I recommend you subscribe to his channel. But like when it comes to Candace or Ian or anybody else that are exploring possibilities for the Charlie Kirk assassination, they just won't acknowledge this theory with Rick Cutler. They haven't even asked any questions. And it's just like, yo, this guy, like, let's say I'm completely wrong, right? Like, about everything. What, don't you think it's kind of like suspicious that no one's interviewed this guy and said, hey, what did you do at this moment? Because he definitely didn't adjust his shirt. Like, he didn't even touch his shirt. All I'm saying is, I saw this guy shoot Charlie. I saw it. Like, and there's one frame in the video where you can see he's holding something more than just a barrel in his hands. But guys, if you're listening to someone on the internet about Charlie and you're searching for answers, we all want answers. It's going to be an independent journalist that solves this, but if they haven't asked questions about Cutler or pointed that out, I'd be very suspicious of those people. And I don't know if people need to hear this, but Laura Loomer is an operative. She's intelligence. So when Laura Loomer says something's gonna happen, it's because she knows. Just say it. Guys, I got the conversation started about Rick. The video did pretty well. Y'all keep harassing me, but it's, what am I gonna say? I'm just trying to get people's attention about it at this point. I made a freaking music video about it. And another thing, alright, Barron completely missed something, because everybody's like, I don't think people understand the amount of people that message me, and they all message me the same thing, and it's all on the same day. And they're like, go check out Barron's video. I'm just saying that on the second day after the shooting, I was pointing out the spotters. And the white shirt, he signaled for the shooter. And this is military code, and I hit up a couple of my Marine friends, and they verified this. White shirt signaled shooter, black shirt signaled confirmation. Then the shot was taken. And then another suspicious thing about this whole thing is we get pictures of the FBI of Tyler Robinson, the guy that had the gun on the roof. But if you look at security camera footage, they placed Tyler Robinson in the clothes that he was wearing at the Dairy Queen and the clothes beforehand when the guy was jumping off the roof. So if you're asking for my opinion, I'm not even entirely sure the guy that on the roof was Tyler Robinson. I'm convinced he didn't take the shot. My theory on this is the guy was on the roof in case the guy with the palm pistol missed. And using a palm pistol is actually a genius strategy because nobody would ever believe you would make that shot. But practice makes perfect. Enough practice, you're able to make that shot from a hip fire. Oh, you can't aim. It's called hip fire. You're still aiming. It's just not as accurate. And I feel like he was aiming for center mass and hit him in the neck. I don't think anybody's ever going to convince me otherwise. But I don't know, man. I can point out a million lies, but still nobody's going to believe me. The only way that people are going to believe me is if I get the ballistics. So I've been looking into buying a palm gun. The issue with that, and I really did a lot of looking into it, finding the ammo is near impossible. You have to pack your own ammo, and it doesn't pack like traditional ammo. It's rim shot, which means the primer is on the outside of the rim, not in the center, so you can't repack your rounds. Once they're shot, they're done. I'm able to find some old ammunition, and I was thinking maybe I take this old ammo, I unpack them, I take out the black powder, I reprime them, and then use those for the ballistic test. And the more I think about it, palm gun angle, they did it right in front of you on camera, and everyone's like, nah, it didn't happen. We convicted so many people off 1996 CCTV footage, so don't give me that crap. But people want more proof. The only way I could get more proof is with a ballistic stall, so I started a fun go send, whatever they call it, the GoFundMe competition, because GoFundMe sucks. Feel free to donate to that. I'm trying to get a ballistic stall and try to work out the logistics of actually being able to fire one without blowing my hand off, so it should be very interesting, boys. It is freaking cold. Anyways, that's pretty much the development with that. There's bags on the other ones. What? There's bags on the other pumps. No, don't worry about it. You're getting gas. Have a great day. You too. Good morning. Get this in 12-on-1. What's that?
Card?
Yeah. Yeah. Guys, picture this, right? The gasoline is like pee. In terms of it damages your paint. And this gas pump is like a wiener. In terms of your bike needs it. Alright, so the goal is to not get pee on your wiener. Or don't get gas on the bike is what I'm trying to say. Alright, and then it's gonna drip out, right? You just gotta hit it against something a couple times. And then carefully, yeah. Don't have pee on your wiener. And we're off again. Always wave to the cops, boys. Gotta love it. Having the cops right behind you. Good morning. It's cool in here. I got heated hand grips, I'm alright. Pay a diagnostic fee. I think there's some air in my line. Because like my brakes just feel like they're getting looser and looser and looser. And yeah, I think it just needs a flush, but I'll pay a diagnostic. Yeah, no worries. I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
Alright, we're out of the shop. And get some music going. Be irresponsible. Do some hood rat things with my friends. That's pretty much it, boys. We got the bike fixed. And I'm gonna have to start Biker Mythbusters, so it's not gonna happen immediately. This is gonna cost about $10,000, and I am just a guy, and I have no funding except for YouTube money. So I'm gonna put away some money each month so we can do this experiment. And if you want to donate so we can get this to happen sooner, I will put the link in the description. So I appreciate you guys, and I'm pretty pumped. It's been freezing cold, boys. It's in the 30s right now. The heated hand grips go a long way, plus having leather makes this video possible today. Somebody pass somebody! But I'm gonna close out the video here, boys. Not a whole else going on here, but I promise I will be trying new content soon, so I'll be out in the look for it. And if you guys are wondering where my videos went, I started a second YouTube channel. Go check it out, subscribe, and put videos on, leave them on. I need to get some watch time hours to get that channel monetized. Help me out, boys. We're good. What up? It's me again. The guy with the bike. You know, the guy that's filling in for Candace, I guess. You guys have been sending me a lot of stuff on Twitter, and there's this one video that just keeps getting sent to me. And it's this guy with this really lame name. He's named Jesse. What a stupid name that is. Jesse on Fire. He used my video for clout because my video was doing really well. And then he was like, that's fake and gay. It's all fake and gay.
What? Of course he was.
No, he wasn't. You lose.
Of course he was. He was the star.
Nope, you're wrong. Look it up.
I don't have to look it up. It's common knowledge.
Nope.
He was on the cover of People magazine when the movie. Everyone knows Kevin Bacon was a star of Footloose. It was a huge movie. He was the lead.
Look, we'll go into it right now. He literally pulls it up, right? Wait. See, like, you see, this is that's this bike, right?
Let's just take a look at some like noise, right? Noise. A lot of people sent this video to me today. The point of this video is about the guy who is the security dude. Let me show you this.
And an expert on special weapons and how to fake events. Listen here, mofo. Okay? It was in there. Grok told me that. I will post it on screen right here. You were special operations, my guy. Yeah, I didn't have it posted on screen. I don't really know what I'm doing, but my videos are getting more views than yours, sir.
I knew my brother Rick works for the private security firm that accompanies Charlie Kirk and Riley Gaines. These events, my mind started racing. Is he there? Is he okay? He picked up. He told me that Rick was there and it was bad, but he was physically unharmed. Okay, so that's like, that stuff, right? And over here, he's a retired police officer, 29 years, and his brother posts on Facebook about he works for a private security firm, Charlie Kirk, and Riley Gaines. Okay, well, like,
I agree.
That's fine. That's of course he does that.
It's the special operations, special weapons thing that gets me.
The security guy. Why
you would expect a couple of SWAT guys to be in there, but not special operations, special weapons.
And is contracted with the U.S. government. What are the odds that the guy that appears to shoot Charlie Kirk is also...
Oh, it's fake and gay. Well, you didn't look at the video from the back end when you can see the bullet in the back shot swirl.
This video is from behind the assassin. And as you can see, he lifts his right fist up. That right fist contains the palm pistol with the barrel sticking out between the middle finger and the ring finger. He squeezes the palm pistol, firing off a round. You can even see the bullet and the bow shock swirl. There's the bullet and there's the bow shock swirl, both caught on video, folks. This angle is from behind the assassin. This angle caught the bullet and the bow shock swirl, folks. Caught on video.
It is
it's literally on camera, my guy. This guy is a narcissist, all right? And I don't know why anyone listens to you. At least with me, I'm like, hey, I might be crazy, guys. At least look into this. With him, he's just like, no, fake and gay. It's fake and gay.
Two different things.
He's crazy.
Is that this dude right here presses a fucking
There's even more stuff that I found yesterday about what's going on here, and I'm not going to report on it today, because I need to find more information. We're actually going to do a live stream later today researching this, and then I'm going to do a whole video on it
But essentially, wait, let's see. I think it's my pinned post. Tag Candace Owens, and it says, what I wrote to Grok was, hey Grok, is it true that unique IP addresses were Googling the surgeon of Charlie Kirk in the morgue or anything related prior to the assassination? And this is before the assassination, before it even happened. And Grok said, yes, reports from search data analysts show unique IP addresses in Israel and Washington, D.C. queried terms like Charlie Kirk surgeon, hospital, and suspect Tyler Robinson weeks before September of 2025 assassination. And then I said, Israel? And it said, yes, geolocation data from Search Analytics pins some pre-assassination queries of Kirk's assassination, hospital, and morgue protocols to Israeli IP addresses. These spike reports and independent digital forensics shared post-event occurred weeks ahead along DC origins, though unconfirmed by Google and potentially coincidental amid global interest. So today on my live stream, we are going to be going and verifying if that's true or not. Because if that's true, holy crap, that means the CIA, the Mossad, they were 100% involved. Why would I say that? Well, that means it was all planned all along if there's search queries about those terms before. Now, is that true? Maybe not. Grok is saying it's true, but the problem with people today is they blindly trust AI. You can't just do that. So we're going to verify the information today. Go find the live. We're starting around 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So that's practically it. This is just a little short video because I didn't post anything yesterday. And I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm a short creator. I haven't posted any shorts at all. I'm doing a lot of research to the point where my head wants to explode. And I'm under a ton of stress because I'm getting a bunch of threats online as well. I don't think any of them are really credible, but it still stresses me out nonetheless. If you've been watching me, I'm slightly paranoid, but it's fine. But here's the problem, right? I'm seeing comments like, oh, we already proved it was a large caliber bullet. No, it wasn't. If it was really a 30-06 round, Charlie, he would have exploded, all right? There's no nice way of putting it. He would have exploded. It was definitely a small caliber. I don't know if you guys have ever been hunting before with a bolt-action rifle or something, but so I don't think it was a large caliber. I think Tyler Robinson did not shoot Charlie Kirk, but he is somehow involved, and somehow nobody has made a video on George Zinn yet. I haven't done a whole lot of research yet. We might get to it today during the live, but essentially George Zinn is the guy that went up to police and said, I shot Charlie, and it essentially was a distraction. The news reported suspect in custody, and he was the suspect. But it gets kind of weird because this guy that claimed to be the suspect in the shooting also was at 9/11 and the Boston bombings. How do you explain that in any way, shape, or form? And it just looks more and more like a conspiracy. But I'm the crazy one. But it's fine. I'm used to people calling me crazy. They've been doing it for a very long time. I'm going too fast. I get too amped up when I listen to music. This is what I really do, by the way. Every biker does this. They listen to electronic music and then they sing the song. Just so it amps us up, makes us want to go fast. Another cool thing I saw was Do It With Dan had me in his little thumbnail, and we're all been ripping on Dancing Moto, and I think Do It With Dan did a great video on it to the point where I don't need to do one anymore. And the basic synopsis is, what you did was stupid, but when you do things that are gay, by George's Patrol, which is pretty ballsy to run from because they don't care about you, I'll fly with you. Pretty short video, not a whole lot going on here today. I just wanted to point out that I'm being ripped on for what I'm saying, so I need you guys to stick up for me. I need a little army here. It doesn't need to be a big one, just a little army. Don't let me go down as a crazy person, boys. You saw what they did to Sneeko. Don't let them do that to me, all right? But I do appreciate the support I've gotten over the last few days. I will keep putting out content, and we got the live stream to look forward to later. Turn on notifications to that so you make it, and that's it.
Subscribe, turn on notifications, hype up the video. I'll see you guys later. Appreciate it, man. You want to hear it? Yeah, he likes it. I thought you wanted to hear it. Have a good day, man.
If you are going to bet on the NBA games, just know that here at the FBI, we are going to catch you, okay? We are the FBI, the Federal Basketball Inspectors. Stop asking me about the Epstein files. The Epstein files have nothing to do with the basketball.
So, where'd my other glove go? Where the f*** did it go? It's connected to the helmet. So, I'm out in the middle of the woods right now because my parents have this little property and they failed their sewer line inspection. So, I had to dig a hole today, hence why the video is late. But I'm done now. I'm leaving. Hole is dug. There's your hole. Congratulations. And now we leave the woods. So I think it's time we talk about Tyler Robinson. Because unless they're using some sort of AI to show things that are not wrong, but there's someone else besides Rick Cutler involved, and he's unidentified. He's the guy wearing the black shirt. It doesn't show up to be a match to Tyler, and it looks like it's a totally different dude. And if you look at the time of the shooting, he wasn't on the roof. You could see that he was in the field. So what's the deal with that? Are we going to talk about that? Am I going to have to be the guy that has to put Tyler Robinson somewhere else at the time of the shooting? And then we get it mixed up for some reason. And what's the deal with his father turning him in for $1 million and then donating the money to TPUSA? That's kind of odd. Huh. Would he do that? There's my bike, the HP4 in the wild. She is. Yeah, my hand got a little dirty. So I was up there digging a hole and I hurt my hand like bad. I don't know if you can see that, but it hurts. So now I have to wear a glove all times like a rich person. But I don't know, Cash Patel doesn't seem that trustworthy. Do you guys trust Cash Patel? I really don't. I genuinely think, oh wait, engine's cold. Can't just take off. Come on, get in neutral. Come on. Alright, there we go. So, I think I'd be the ideal target to be a patsy. I'm not gonna lie. I think I would be the guy that they would label a patsy.
There's gonna be a false flag. Someone's gonna get shot. Someone's gonna get hurt. I pray to God it doesn't happen. I don't want that to happen, but I think it will. Some psycho is gonna snap. Some psycho is gonna be groomed and made to snap. Maybe it'll just be a straight up false flag, but something will happen. It will implicate an anti-Semite, and that anti-Semite is gonna be following Candace, Tucker, me, Dan Bilzerian, Jake Shields, and his account is going to be filled with cheerleading for us and hatred for them. And it's going to be just as it was before. They're going to convene the Sanhedrin, they're going to convene the council of telecom companies, tech companies, social companies, and they're going to say, we got a real problem on our hands. We have to shut this down. It's gotten out of control. It's gone too far. And suddenly this liberal climate that has been cultivated, where we're able to speak freely, we can talk about these issues openly, it will immediately snap shut. And this environment of tolerance for those types of opinions, for that sort of dissent, is going to evaporate. And people like Elon Musk will certainly be complicit in it. And it may happen on Rumble too. And it will happen across the board. And that's my biggest concern right now.
So let me just say right now that I wouldn't harm anybody, myself or anybody else. Like, just a chill guy that likes bikes, and I decided to open my mouth. Now people are listening. So, that. But I really don't know. Ow. Hand hurts really bad. Alright, we gotta let the bike heat up. So we're gonna go around the church. Christ is King. Need a little bit of that action. See a beautiful cornfield over here. And with corn and deer and bear, and there's water nearby. See, the bike's heating up a little bit. Alright, we're gonna leave now. What a good time this has been this week, boys. There's a bunch of fake information going around and a bunch of clout chasing. There was this kid that said that Tyler Robinson was this big Reddit kid. And I have to say that has zero credibility because I've looked into it myself, and Tyler Robinson has zero paper trail when it comes to online-ness at all. The guy has never touched a computer to what I can see.
There's another theory going around. Oh, Jesus Christ. There's another theory going around saying that there was people Googling Tyler Robinson before the shooting from Israeli and DC IP addresses, but when I went and verified this for myself, I couldn't find anything to verify this information. There were some search queries. Google will no longer tell you where they come from. We did a live stream yesterday trying to figure out what the deal is with that. Half of you think it was covered up, but everything I say is going to have a ripple effect because I have an audience, so I have to be careful with what I say. And I can't just say that was a cover-up, because based off what I've seen, it looks like that may have been just misinformation, and I don't want to just point the finger at Israel. Sorry, I can't be that guy. Even though a lot of you thought I would be, no. I feel like we have to be responsible. But Rick Cutler, George Zinn, Tyler Robinson, they all play a part in this, but I don't think Tyler Robinson pulled the trigger. What I find kind of odd, though, is we said we have discrepancies with the clothing that Tyler was wearing on the roof, which I don't think that was Tyler, because at 12:23 we place him in the field wearing the clothes that we found him in later at Dairy Queen. And at the same exact time, we have the guy on the roof jumping off with different clothing at the same time. And then the FBI released not that many photos. I think they released 3 photos of their potential person, and it wasn't Tyler. It's a different guy. See, the guy that the FBI put out had a totally different set of clothing on. The thing that really throws me for a loop, though, that I can't wrap my head around or figure out is, what's the deal with the dad? Who's Tyler Robinson's father? Because supposedly he turned in his son saying that he did it, and then he got $1 million rewarded to him, which he gave the TPUSA. And if this was a setup by TPUSA or a foreign government, wouldn't it benefit them by giving the money to them and then just bury the case forever? And then you have George Zinn that was also there, which doesn't make any sense, who said, I did it. So none of this looks right. And the rifle that just so conveniently is planted in the woods with Tyler Robinson's fingerprints on it, doesn't it scream like the passport situation at 9/11? I don't know, guys. We're being lied to. Like I said, I've had some crazy Telegram messages hit me, and they're like, yo, you need to update this on your profiles because it can be spun this way. They shown some pictures of me that didn't look too great, that made me look crazy. So, you know what? Most people would be offended by this, but there's some valid points in this. So I decided to listen, updated my bios, and you only get 3 lives, boys. I've already used my first one. They've already canceled me. I'm not welcome on most of the internet. How I somehow got my YouTube channel back is beyond me. But I'm not welcome on most of the internet, right? That's life number 1. They cancel you. Life number 2 is they try to throw you in jail for something you did not do. So when I am accused of doing something I did not do, I need you guys to be like, yo, he did not do that. Because whatever they go to accuse me of next, I didn't do it. I promise. And I think it's coming. And if that doesn't work, they'll just kill me. They did the same thing to Donald Trump, our President of the United States. They accused him of a crime he didn't do. They threw him in jail. They tried canceling him. And all the people that, the same people that are talking crap about it's kind of hard to go into, but the thing that I'm talking about happened to Andrew Tate. It's happened to Donald Trump. It happened to Michael Jackson. Okay? Oh, Michael Jackson, a giant apology, by the way. I need to do like full-fledged video on him. Because I remember growing up my entire life, like 7 years old, thinking Michael Jackson's gonna get me. I think we were lied to about the man, and he was a little bit weird. I give him that. He's a weird guy, but how would you react if you just had some big black guy over you your entire childhood going, sing, motherfucker, sing? It turned out a little bit weird. And on top of that, he was a billionaire. He could have anything he wanted. Nuts. Every single time. I should know better. Every single time I go over this area, I hurt my freaking nuts. Damn it. Whee!
going too fast, slow down. But yeah, pretty much it, guys. Sorry that the video is a little bit weird or messed up. Went out today and I had to help my parents, and then I went out and filmed this video, and then everything got deleted. Go figure. Or it didn't record, but if you like my content, throw me a comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. But see you guys later.
Foreign flags in the Congress? Are you joking? Get out.
How can somebody pledge allegiance to two countries at the same time, and is that something that we should be allowing?
I mean, I think your question says it all. Obviously, that's absurd. I quote the New Testament, but I also refer to common sense when I say that no man can serve two masters. It's not possible. You can only really pledge your loyalty to one person or one country. That's just a fact. Like anybody, by the way, who serves in a foreign military should lose his citizenship immediately. There are a lot of Americans who've served in the IDF. They should lose their citizenship. You can't fight for another country and remain an American, period.
We are in a information war, and I feel like that's why Charlie isn't here anymore.
What do you mean we don't cancel people? Whether it's Tucker Carlson or whether it's Nick Fuentes, you're damn right we're going to cancel them and deplatform them. We canceled David Duke. We canceled Pat Buchanan. We cancel stuff all the damn time.
It's always been like this, too. This has been the first time where the true American patriots can actually strike back and say something about it.
Politician's gay. That's another thing. And that is what kind of leads me to believe that a lot of these people are being blackmailed and they're being selected for these positions. I mean, Emmanuel Macron is a homosexual. There's no question about that. Zelensky is a homosexual. You've got, I was going to say, I almost said Fidel Castro. Trudeau, Fidel's son. You got Trudeau. He's a homosexual. Barack Obama was a homosexual. And then,
but pretty much if you brought any truth to light, whether it was about, I don't even want to say the subjects, what they would do is they would start labeling you names. They call you names and make you appear to be a bad person.
This is our country. This is our party. And this is our conservative movement. And I will not stand by while it is handed over to those who betray the most fundamental principles I have spent my entire life defending and advocating. That is a path to defeat and a path to moral oblivion. I reject it because if we lose the right, we will lose to the left. And either way, we'll lose the country.
This is interesting. Am I good? Pretty much, I feel like Charlie isn't here anymore because he spoke out against the powers that be.
And it's not just the colleges. It's the nonprofits. It's the movies. It's Hollywood. It's all of it. It's like time for you guys to wake up and say no more. Draw a line in the sand. I don't care if you hate me. It's nothing new that if you're in the intel agencies, you want to try and get as much blackmail on powerful people as possible. Easy, not hard. And this is no longer just speculation. First of all, the evidence that shows that Epstein was a creation of either Mossad, Israeli intelligence, American intelligence, Saudi intelligence, or maybe he was just a hired gun. Maybe he was just the guy that countries would go to and park a couple $100 million and say, hey, can you get one of the members of the royal family with a 13-year-old so we can get them to do what we want to do? Members of Congress are actively being blackmailed. The Epstein playbook is being used on a daily basis. Jeffrey Epstein was not a financier. He was not a hedge fund manager. Jeffrey Epstein was a key player in a multi-decade blackmail operation against the most powerful people on the planet.
Elon Musk put a lot of pressure on Silicon Valley for freedom of speech. And what most people don't understand is that doesn't exist on private platforms. My entire career on the internet, I have been unwanted, I have been banned, and I just haven't been around. That's why you're not hearing about me until now.
You don't get to ask those questions.
This is the first time I have not been messed with. And you guys apparently love the content of me going off on these people. All I'm saying is, the same people that shot Trump were the same people that shot Charlie, that are the same people that took out JFK, that are the same people that have our Congress under blackmail, which are the same people that have Hollywood under blackmail, which are the same people that are pushing this feminism on men. and making them into little bit. And it's all fun and games. You may not believe in me, but if you don't believe in me, what I'd like you to do is I would like you to look up Project Esther. The people that wrote Project Esther are currently in the Trump administration. If that doesn't scare the crap out of you, I don't know what does. But I'm going to tell you what happens next, boys. Anybody that believes in the America First movement, anybody that's a true patriot of the country, anybody that wants to stop sending money to Israel, they're going to label you a terrorist sympathizer and castrate you from society. A lot of you want to become content creators, saying that I've become an inspiration to you. Here's my advice. Don't do it. I'm stuck being a content creator whether I like it or not. What do I mean by that? Well, I will never work in a corporate environment ever. I learned this back in 2020 when I was endorsing Trump. I lost all my sponsorships for Harley Davidson for that, and I was labeled a bigot, a fascist, a not, and they're gonna do it on scale. This is the first time where they do those attacks and it doesn't work anymore. So I am proud of my fellow Americans. We all need to participate in the information war. And a lot of us are gonna lose our platforms because of it, but at the end of the day, we did the right thing. Now for me, I'm putting everything on the line because the only thing I want to do with my life is YouTube and motorcycle videos, and I'm talking about politics for some reason. I'm just saying, this isn't about racism or anti-Americanism. It's the same people that have been pushing this pro-tranny, anti-white propaganda that's been attacking us. And this is the first time we've stuck together and we said, no, that's not going to happen. They're going to come after Nick and Tucker Carlson way harder than you could possibly understand over a simple conversation softball interview. When Charlie was shot and I was feeling really angry, I saw Trump at a baseball game and Nick addressed the nation with one of the most powerful speeches I've ever seen about one of his adversaries. Nick Fuentes isn't going away. And even if they did somehow made him silent, the America First movement isn't going away. They're going to say it's anti-American, but the whole point of the American First movement is to put America first. No more foreign entities getting our money. No more wars overseas. Back at home, so we're not making everything in China. The only thing that America has for exports is entertainment. And that's why I'm a YouTuber and not some type of engineer or something doing something actually productive with life. And I've already been chastised from the corporate world. I can't get a job. I will never work again. And it's the same people that are participating in this information war. Because, I'll be honest, I have no problem getting a job. But I will say, some months on YouTube aren't that great. Some months are. But I appreciate it. Regardless. Hi, Mr. Policeman. Hi. Alright, I always hurt my nuts up here. I know better. Don't hurt my nuts this time. Ah, fucking nuts! Damn it! Ow, my nuts again! Oh my god. I need to repave the roads. Oh, road closed. Where am I supposed to go? Huh. We just like turn up here? I don't know, guys. Like it's an amazing thing to see. Like, I lost everything with Harley Davidson, like giant sponsorship deal because I endorsed Trump. And you would think Harley Davidson would be like biggest advocate for Trump, considering their customers are mostly MAGA. Boomer riders. Maybe if they cancel me, actually accept me for the creator I am, we could have sold some bikes. But instead, I made everybody hate the live wire because y'all screwed me over. Anyway, likes to be running good. Have you guys been affected by the information war personally? This has been going on my entire YouTube career. Because now, it's not just for being MAGA, it's way worse. That never happens. Well, I didn't make it. I'm looking forward to be the bunch of names for loving my country and sticking for what I believe in. I just wanted to make motorcycle videos, but here we are now. No going back now. Whee! Watch, these guys are gonna cut me off. Yeah, going to the vape store. I'm gay, I know. Now, being a YouTuber means you're super rich. You got a bunch of money. And that means you can eat at 5-star restaurants all the time and not have to worry if you're going to be able to eat the rest of the month. So I'm going to go to that 5-star restaurant now and make you guys really jealous. Hey, another bike. At me, I'm looking at him, he's looking at me. I'm gonna be honest, my content is either hit or miss. You either love it or hate it. It gets a bunch of views or no views at all. I'm not able to have a Reddit account for some reason. It was never explained to me why. They just haven't liked me because I endorsed Trump in 2020. Going back to my live wire and Harley Davidson days, consider joining my membership on YouTube where you have more access to more videos. Honestly, if a video underperforms, I don't take it down anymore. I just make it members only. That way, you guys get something for what you're paying for, and it helps support the channel. Or you could just cash at me $1. That's totally fine too. But it's very important. If you like the content, share it. I don't care where you share it. If you share it with your grandmother at home, or if you share it on Reddit, or if you share it on X or Facebook or whatever, or if you just send it to 2 friends, that's how the content spreads, boys. You gotta get the word out. I will keep doing this because you guys are practically harassing me to start speaking truth and what I think and my political beliefs. It's almost like you guys want to elect me president. But we're not doing that right now. For now, we just need to get the content out to the masses. We got to make Jesse mainstream. So we're going to do that next. I'm going to try to not die in this corner. Hey, thought that truck was going to cut me off. And I don't really feel like going inside. I feel like they take their sweet ass time when you go inside. Let me through. Thank you. That's order for Jesse. Hey, sir. It was order for Jesse. I didn't stop at that window. It was a mobile order.
No, you're good. I'm just saying, hey, sir.
Hi.
I like the bike.
Appreciate it.
How much was it?
20 grand.
How much?
20.
Can I take a picture of it?
Go for it. Appreciate it.
You be safe.
Thanks, man. The people around here are so nice. In my happy space. Thanks, boss. He wants me to rev it. I did that because I'm a good person. Not because I wanted to, but because I'm a good person. That's pretty much it, though. But the information war is very important, guys. I don't know how many of you are actually aware of it, or if it's just been me in the Matrix this entire time. I don't even know if you guys are going to agree with me, but it's 100% true. Like before, I'll tell you when I'm not sure. This is something I'm sure of. There's definitely an information war going on, and they're doing everything in their power to make us shut up. We got power now, boys. We got to stick together. But with that being said, if you start speaking out like the way that I do, you're probably going to get fired from your job. I don't have a job, boys. I got nothing to worry about. So just share my content. Don't get fired from your job to get 7 Twitter likes. That's my best advice to you. I'm going anyway. Good time. By the way, I don't have the bottom of my helmet taped like I usually do. So if the audio sucks this video, I promise I will fix that. I love this feeling though. It's just me right now. Look, it's just me. And this is what I find soothing. This is what makes me happy. It definitely ain't no nonsense. We can take off. How does the new camera look, guys? Just curious. I spent way too much money on it, but I think it looks great on the bike, doesn't it? 40 degrees right now. I got heated hand grips on the bike and $2 gloves and a dream. Now I will say, you do kind of get used to the cold eventually. It still sucks, but you get used to it. I'm parked by this bench. Now I'm gonna drink my coffee, right? With you guys, we're hanging out. Alright, coffee. You guys still keep creamer in the fridge? It smells good. Weather has been awful, and it's like 40, 50 degrees now, and it's only going to get worse. So I'm going to do the best I can. I'm obviously going to have to be leaning into more live streams. I have nowhere to live stream, okay? I'm doing with what I have. people assume you have a YouTube channel and you have a bunch of money. No, I'm crazy. I spent everything I ever made this year on this bike, okay? Like, I saved up for it, and I finally got it because I have this big dream of traveling the country with it and becoming this adventure rider series guy, alright? You know, like, I've done it once, it went well, but now I'm trying to do it, like, on a scale of 100, what I did on the electric bike. But, yeah, I'm pulling no money, alright? Like, look, right? Look, you can stick your hand all the way through it, alright? Like, and that's not why we're here. You don't care. You guys want to talk about Rick Cutler and files, so I guess we'll get into it. I want you guys to put on the Jesse Dalba sunglasses for a moment, alright? Because I'm going to tell you what happened from how I see it. Now, keep in mind, this is all conspiracy theories, and I would really leave people alone. Don't bother them. And if there is wrongdoing, yes, I'm sure the law enforcement will do the right thing.
Radicals, and they will be held accountable.
Stopped all investigation into the Tyler Robinson shooting, and Cash Patel yesterday just decided to enforce, like, the stop all investigations about the Charlie Kirk shooting being with a foreign entity, anything of that capacity. Like, he put a stop to it. That's something to know. The first thing that we see is we see Dan Flood and Brian Harville, alright? They're standing to the left of Charlie, and they do appear to give a signal. One touches his hat, which would signify sniper, and the one on the right said all clear. Next thing you know, Charlie shot. It does appear that Rick Cutler fired a palm gun. But if you look at the back angle, you can see a bullet and a back shot swirl, and the ballistics of that bullet line up way better than what we're being told from the FBI. We're being told that it was a .30-06 round, but at the same time, they haven't released any type of autopsy, which is just as suspicious.
I forgot to mention the whole Tyler Bow situation. Ian Carroll covered this morning, so let's just see what he says. Him and Candace.
Carrying Charlie out to the car. And look right there. That's our guy. We all were under the assumption that he was filming Charlie, which didn't make any sense.
So let's watch that video.
They just shot Charlie. They just shot Charlie. They just shot Charlie.
So he was filming Charlie too. He just thought that his own mug and reaction was as important or more important than filming what was happening. Are you a psychopath, bro? I'll give my opinion. This is pure speculation. I would love for this camera guy, I forget his name, to make a statement about what the fuck this video is. But to me, it looks like proof that I had nothing to do with it. It looks like when this happens, how can I make it so that I'm not going to release right away, but just in case anything ever comes up, in case someone like Candace presses me later, I'll have proof of where I was and what I was doing. That I wasn't involved, because I was terrified. I was back behind this wall, terrified for my life. Can't you see how terrified I am? Can't you see how terrified I look? Back here behind this wall? Scared.
Going on this big press run about how they didn't do it. Bibi Netanyahu was the first person to tweet about it before our own FBI. He was the first one to tweet it out. And I don't know if you guys remember correctly, but September 10th was the day that they started bombing Qatar again. So how did he have the time to even notice that this was going on? Giant press run about how you didn't do it. I'm not saying that they did it. I just find that extremely suspicious. You know?
That Israel had something to do with Charlie Kirk's horrific murder. This is insane. It is false. It is outrageous. Charlie Kirk was a giant, a once-in-a-century talent who defended freedom, defended America, defended our common Judeo-Christian civilization. Charlie loved Israel. He loved the Jewish people. He told me so in a letter that he sent me just a few months ago. One of my greatest joys as a Christian, he said, is advocating for Israel.
You got George Zinn, who ran on over and said, I did it, I did it, I did it. So on 12/23, which would be around the time the guy jumps off the roof, and at the same time, we have a shot of Tyler Robinson. So how does that make any sense? That means the FBI picture that was put out isn't Tyler Robinson. It's somebody totally different. People that seem like they might be in on something, like this piece of crap right here. Okay? This is David. And David's the guy that cheered up and down after Charlie was shot, and then he read a script for an apology video, because that apology is fake as hell.
The event opened with music, people throwing hats, and loud exchanges from different parts of the crowd. Some shouted offensive remarks directed at the LGBT community, while others made disparaging comments about the Prophet of Islam. There were also cheers, boos, and offensive hand gestures, mockery. The atmosphere carried an energy of confrontation more than dialogue. The first debater tried to persuade Charlie to adopt Mormonism, but the exchange drifted into a disjointed back and forth of opinions. The audience eventually booed him off the platform. Another speaker raised the idea of restricting gun rights for transgender individuals. Citing Donald Trump as an influence, he began to reference statistics and posed a question. Charlie's response turned to the subject of gang violence as a part of the mass shooting statistics. At that point, I did not see what happened directly. My head was lowered while I listened. When I heard a sharp crack, at first I thought it might have been fireworks or a disruptive prank, so I looked up to the horizon for smoke. When none appeared, I realized it must have been a firearm. My friend reacted in horror, saying Charlie had been struck. His voice and description told me how serious it was. Based on his reaction, I believed Charlie had been gravely injured. I instinctively checked the security team's movement, though I have no affiliation with them. Realizing the situation was dangerous, I stood and shouted USA, not as a provocation, but to project strength, encourage others, and create a distraction that might help calm panic or even save lives. At that moment, no one knew whether this was a lone shooter or something coordinated. My friend was devastated. He admitted he admired Charlie deeply. I only knew Charlie through minimal content, but would never wish to celebrate harm to anyone. Because of my background as a soldier, I was able to stay calm under stress, focus on protecting and comforting my friend. Afterward, I called my wife to let her know I was safe. Once traffic eased, we left.
There's no way. All right, he was reading a script the entire time. He had a PR person. That's how these things work. Any more clearly to you? But even Elmo knows what's going on. And if Elmo knows what's going on, you should know what's going on. Just saying. You have the whole IP address story. Multiple searches were made before the assassination, inferring that it was pre-planned all along. But I'm just asking question, guys. There's no hatred in my heart. That's right. Because the same people that did this were the same people that shot Trump, which were the same people that shot Kennedy, which were the same people that did happens right in front of us. They brag about it, and everybody acts like it isn't going on.
Okay, Krabs, I'll let you stay, but first, help me settle a bet. If you had to choose between SpongeBob and all the money I have in my pocket, which would you take?
That depends. How much money are we talking about?
Mr. Krabs! 62 cents.
I'll take the money.
Mr. Krabs! Here you go, Krabs. 62 cents. Next up, Davy Jones' locker.
Charlie Kirk assassination is the left did celebrate it, for sure. But I don't think it was a left-leaning nut job. I think it was a government hit. I've been saying this since day one. I've been getting tons of backlash. Everybody thinks I'm nuts. But now we're seeing all these inconsistencies, and it looks like it may go back to Ray Leon, which I haven't done enough research on to actually talk about, so I probably shouldn't even have said that much, but, you know, it is what it is. The way that I can disprove or prove myself right is I think I need to go buy a palm gun for myself and a ballistics gel doll and see what happens. See if I can aim it. Let's see if I can aim it with a laser. Because, you know, it is a valid criticism that somebody just pulls it out like this and tries to fire. I might go to the range this weekend with a Glock and see if I can make that shot, you know? Because And then my thought is, what if he had a laser that you could only see with sunglasses? Far-fetched, yeah. Or, you know, like professional basketball players, they aim to shoot shots almost every time. What if this guy was at the range every day shooting off, I don't know, like 1,000 rounds and just quick-shotting it, you know? So now, the cost of palm guns, and it was in really rough shape, I'm not even sure it would fire, was $3,500. So I started a GoFundMe to prove Rick Cutler innocent in all these accusations that are going around the internet, and GoFundMe took my GoFundMe down. So I made a Fund Send Go. It's a new company. They let my fundraiser go. So if you get 10 bucks at it, we'll buy a palm gun, and we'll actually test this with a ballistic stall. We got a little property we can test it on. I don't expect any big donations from this, and if we don't raise enough money for the palm gun, I will refund all your money. I don't really want your money. I am poor, or I would do it myself. I spent all this money on this bike. I have more cameras coming. I have this dream of doing this big adventure next year, so I'm getting all the equipment for that. I want to get carbon fiber on the bike. That comes first. I don't even have a place to live, guys. I want to get the bike finished. I just want to get that finished. It's the only thing I really care about with my life right now. But you guys want this content really bad. Throw $10 in the fundraiser. If we don't raise enough, I'll send it back to you, I promise. But if you want to prove Rick Cutler innocent, this is how we do it. We'll get a palm gun. We'll see if we can aim it. We can see if the bullet, like the damage, actually lines up with a ballistic doll. And that's what's just going to have to be done. We're going to have to do biker Mythbusters. And I'm totally cool with that, but I'm going to need your help to do it. Alright? Glad we're on the same page. And the government shutdown is because of Thomas Massey got enough support to get the Epstein files passed to the Senate, and that's why we're closed. It looks like the IRS is closed forever. You know, Glenn Maxwell, her father, wrote all of our textbooks, and that's who we learned history from. Eventually, I will have my own little area to do my little live stream in with multiple cameras. It'll be like a professional show. For now, it's gonna suck. I'm doing it from a car, guys. Keep doing that. Obviously, I want to post videos daily. The problem is we've had this hurricane. The weather has sucked. It's been awful. I will deal with the cold, alright? I don't plan on being here forever. Like I said, next year I want to go on this big adventure. Hopefully I have support through it, because if not, I'm going to be sleeping on benches, which is fine. Like, that's what I want. Like, I want to travel around. I want to see everything. And I think I can do it in 3-4 months. Maybe. I don't know, but we'll see.
I'm not gonna lie, boys. I kind of covered everything I wanted to talk about while drinking my coffee. That might be a problem. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it one step at a time. It would be nice to get a nice sunny day. I mean, it's all going to be cold, but it would be nice to get a sunny day. But yeah, I know my videos are a little bit weird, they're a little bit different, and I'm kind of all over the place. I haven't been posting consistently, and I get it, guys, but I appreciate the support I've been getting, but I don't know. Before I thought it was just Rick Cutler, but you look into it, right? We were lied to by Jeff on the news because he said everybody on Charlie's security team was with him for a very long time.
Every one of those folks on Charlie's detail, all of his bodyguards had been with him for quite a long time. This is the first event I went to because Charlie wanted me to come and work through some questions with him because he wanted to be better at answering questions that students might have, and that's kind of a thing I do on college campuses as well. And so
But that's not true. Rick Cutler only worked the TPUSA in Utah. Like that one event where he was shot, where it looks like he shot a freaking palm gun at him, and then it looks like Dan and the other dude gave him the signal to do it. Let's get one thing out of the way, because I know we don't agree. I don't think it was a detonator. I definitely think it was a palm gun. I know we don't agree on that,
But can we agree that it was not Tyler Robinson that took the shot? We can agree that he was involved, right? But I don't think Tyler actually took the shot. I don't know. What do you guys think? Can we at least agree on that? It's a crappy day. I'm going to get stormed on. Here, I'm going to just go down a new road I never have before and see if it leads home. Did I make a mistake? Hey, golden opportunity, boys! Golden opportunity! Oh, glad I did that. I have no idea where I'm going. Normally I'd want to go on an adventure, but I don't want to get lost and wet. You know what I mean, boys? So I think we're just going to head home and close out the video, but we got to do something really important first. This is extremely important. Ow. Hello, beautiful. How are you? Ah, that sounds amazing! Alright. What are the odds that the guy that appears to shoot Charlie Kirk is awesome? Oh, it's fake and gay! Well, you didn't look at the video from the back end when you can see the bullet in the back shot swirl.
This video is from behind the assassin. And as you can see, he lifts his right fist up. That right fist contains the palm pistol with the barrel sticking out between the middle finger and the ring finger. He squeezes the palm pistol, firing off a round. You can even see the bullet and the bow shock swirl. There's the bullet and there's the bow shock swirl, both caught on video, folks. This angle is from behind the assassin. This angle caught the bullet and the bow shock swirl, folks. Caught on video.
It is
okay, it's literally on camera, okay? My guy. This guy is a narcissist, all right? And I don't know why anyone listens to you. At least with me, I'm like, hey, I might be crazy, guys. At least look into this. With him, he's just like, no, fake and gay. It's fake and gay.
Two different things.
You know, he's crazy.
Is that this dude right here presses a fucking
there's even more stuff that I found yesterday about what's going on here, and I'm not going to report on it today, because I need to find more information. We're actually going to do a live stream later today researching this, and then I'm going to do a whole video on it.
When Erica Kirk came in as leader, I don't even know how to explain it. The vibe just shifted, like, instantly. And then she starts bringing in all these new people, total unknowns. No social media, no LinkedIn, no nothing. It's like they just appeared. Everyone in the office is joking. Well, half joking, that they're all spooks. And honestly, it fits. So people start digging around just to see who we're really working with. And it gets creepy fast. Her mom works for some Israeli defense firm, something to do with missile systems, like the Iron Dome level stuff. Her dad literally wrote the book about how to integrate private companies into the intelligence community. And Erica, she loves to brag about her connections. She'll say stuff in meetings like, if I want to know something about someone, I can have it by morning. Mossad doesn't sleep. Then she'll flash that megawatt smile like she's joking. But she's not. Everyone knows she's not. Does she actually work for them? I mean, yeah, everyone thinks so. She's hinted at it herself. And now, the whole office feels wired. Slack channels are dead. People don't say what they're thinking anymore. Everyone's paranoid, like the walls are listening. Maybe they are.
A lot of you guys seemed upset about my Erica Kirk prediction about JD Vance and her becoming First Lady. And I know that seems kind of preposterous. I get it. But the world really seems to be a small place. Nobody controls the media or anything or pushes a certain narrative.
Hey folks, I want to do something different on today's show. We're going to cover one topic in depth. That topic is, I think, the most important thing happening in the country. It was a hot topic last week, but I wanted to take some time to really gather my thoughts and speak on it in coherent fashion, holistic fashion. That topic is the fragmentation of the political right. Now, before we explain what's been happening, let's make one thing clear. This is not about free speech or cancellation. It was never about free speech or cancellation. Free speech has a definition: the right to speak free of governmental coercion. I believe in it, of course. I've always defended it. Criticism of bad speech is, in fact, just a form of free speech. Cancellation also has a definition: the banning of particular people, including people like Nick Fuentes, from platforms like X or Facebook, is not cancellation to draw moral lines between viewpoints. In fact, we used to call that one of the key aspects of conservatism. It is not cancellation to refuse to signal boost supporters like Nick Fuentes. It is not cancellation to criticize Tucker Carlson for rhetorically fluffing Nick Fuentes and other anti-American crackpots.
None of that's going on. Ben Shapiro going on condemning the Groyper and Tucker Carlson. Do you guys realize why that's going on? These people are betraying America and trying to take over the country. And this is the first time in my lifetime where you're able to openly talk about this and not get nuked off the internet. I am amazed how far we have come. Okay, because, oh, a state trooper. And I'm going fast. God damn it. Is he turning around? Fuck, he's turning around. I don't think I was speeding that fast. But let's get out of his view. Because he is turning around. Go down here. Is that the state trooper right behind me? Yikes. No, it's not. Okay, I'm safe. We're on the side roads now, buddy. Bro's gonna be looking for me on the highway. Bro's probably speeding right now. I'm not even speeding. I'm going the speed limit. Anyway, I think this is genuinely attack on America patriotism. They're trying to frame things in the worst way possible. Ben Shapiro is completely taking Nick out of context. You could take me out of context and make me look really bad too. I do think Ben Shapiro is a betrayer of America. He's been very loyal to the state of Israel. Why doesn't he just go live in Israel? Because you know how great their leadership is over there.
Get somebody to blow up a bus full of children or a building full of innocent civilians. You have to grind it into their minds. You have to wash their brains and tell them there is a higher cause out there. It's religious, ethnic, racial, whatever. And for that higher cause, you can disregard all the normal rules of morality.
I'm just saying, I think that this has been all a hoax. I think Charlie was betrayed by everybody around him. And now I'm questioning, did Erica have something to do with this? Tyler Robinson's dad owned the company that covered up Charlie Kirk's crime scene the week that it happened? Wait, Charlie Kirk's dad did work on the Trump Tower? Wait, Erica Kirk did modeling with Donald Trump before meeting Charlie Kirk? And his dad did construction for the Trump family? Huh, we really do live in a small world. Or they're all in collusion and we're being pushed a narrative. I think objective number one is we need to acknowledge that there was more than one person involved in the Charlie Kirk shooting. And then we go from there. It was more than just Tyler Robinson. I'm convinced Tyler Robinson didn't even shoot the gun. Alright, I've gone way out of the way here because of that cop, and I just ordered my lunch, and it's probably just sitting there. So we're gonna get back on track. Rocks in the road, where I think I am. Holy crap. Alright guys, we made it! I haven't been feeling well and my tooth has been hurting, but I wanted to get that video going out because I seen it go out on Instagram and then it got deleted on multiple accounts, and I figured it might be good for our discussion. Alright.
Thank you for choosing Burger King, where you roll. Order whenever you're ready.
It's order for Jesse. Do I want Burger King? I'm not gonna lie guys, some of you have been really annoying me because you guys want me to make a video on Rick Cutler every single day. I broke the story for you guys. I gave you his name. There's no new information. I don't know what you want me to tell you, but everything I'm talking about all goes back to the same people. Just saying. Read between the lines, fellas. I don't like that I have a light come on when I shut off the bike. That's not the state trooper behind me, is it? Smile and wave. 1 second, sorry. Drinks like to be stubborn. No, I'm good. Thank you. Just give me 20 seconds. Sorry. I'm sure they're loving me right now. I'm going as fast as I can. Have a good one. Have it your way at Burger King. Well, at least Burger King isn't my bad luck charm, because I broke down here last time I was here. So what do you guys think? I do realize if I am wrong, I am kind of going after a grieving widow, so I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm open to the possibility of me being 100% wrong, and if I am wrong, talking about this in the way that I am is wrong. So, till more information comes out, I'm not saying another word about Erica. I'm going to stay completely reserved. And same thing with Rick Cutler. There's no new information. Why do you guys want me to make the same video every single day? I have a lot of stuff to talk about. I've been meaning to make a video about Michael Jackson. That's a big one. And it's a big rabbit hole that goes down to the music industry, and Kanye exposes a lot of it. I will be doing that soon. Betcha there's a state trooper up here. But Ben Shapiro is a traitor to America. He's with the media, and the media is about to slander America first. It's a political movement. You can get rid of Nick Fuentes, you can get rid of Tucker Carlson, but I believe the America First movement's here to stay. It's definitely something I definitely believe in, and Trump didn't deliver on what we voted for, but he definitely lit a fire under America patriotism, and we want to see America First really come to fruition, and we want it more. I will go to Tool, alright? If Nick says, hey guys, we're going to Iowa, you know what? I'm going to bring you guys to Iowa, and we're going to campaign, and it's going to be a good time. Either way, I'm feeling like crap. I'm going to work on getting shorts out, because I haven't posted any shorts. And that's pretty much, what the hell is that? Oh, it's a bird? That's a giant bird. Is that an eagle? Anyways, I'll see you guys later.
Alright, mother truckers. We're gonna talk about the truth of Charlie Kirk here, alright? See him walking through leaves. Should look cinematic, alright? How'd you enjoy that view? Did it look good? I don't really care if it looked good or didn't. I'm using it. So, there's been a lot of talks with the whole Charlie Kirk thing on this channel. And we talked about what I believe. And what I believe is Rick Cutler was Charlie Kirk's assassin, hired by TPUSA, and multiple governments knew about it, and were being lied to by the FBI. That's what I think happened. But here's the truth behind the whole Charlie Kirk assassination. We're never gonna know the truth. Alright? You just got my speculation, but I'm probably wrong. Maybe I'm right in some aspects, but there's no way I got the nail right on the head on that. There's no way. The truth is, we'll never really know. And I want to say that's okay, but it really isn't. The similarities between the whole Charlie Kirk and the JFK assassination is kind of chilling. And I don't know, because there's not anything I can do to make it okay. I can't bring Charlie back. I can't wish him and his family well. I guess I can, but it doesn't really do anything. Now, I just was in Walmart, right? And I got an energy drink, and I drank it. But I have to pee, so I'm going to go over to this gas station and get an energy drink and drink it and go pee. Oh, there's dirt over there. I don't want to go over there. Damn, this place is busy. My kickstand down? I forgot to put my kickstand down once, and now I have to look every single time. You win today?
No.
How are you?
Yeah.
Doing well. I really love these things. I think they sprinkle crack in them because they're expensive and I still buy them.
Well,
Appreciate it. Almost tripped over my own bike. That would have been nice. Tip it over. All I'm saying is we won't know for sure, but we know. What's that thing that Candace says? We don't know, but we know. No, I don't know. But I know that. And it was Rick Cutler that shot Charlie, alright? It was really him. But I'm pretty sure he's a CIA plant. So we're never gonna know for sure. But Frank Turek really took the cake when he went on the news and said they were with him for a long time. I don't know. Just thinking out loud here, guys. I know you guys want me to cover more, but not a whole lot has been coming out. But just to entertain you guys, I'm gonna shoot Candace Owens an email, but we'll see. We'll give her the evidence. I come from a land down under. Oh, come on. I'm just saying, guys. We're never gonna really know. It's like the JFK situation. We know it wasn't a lone shooter, but the narrative says it was, and that's what we're just gonna have to believe.
But I was correct about my Epstein prediction that whatchamacallit, that there'd be a Democrat-Republican war because they had Trump in 17,000 emails of the 20,000 released about the Epstein emails in Trump's bet. So it looks like the Senate has voted to release the Epstein files because Trump was probably scrubbed from them by now. So let's put a fire on this candle, baby! Guys, I promise that I will get more creative with my videos. I do realize what I'm doing is pretty boring right now, but it's nice hanging out with y'all. Now, if we do get truth from the Charlie Kirk situation, it's gonna be through leaks, and it's not gonna be reported on the news, I can almost guarantee you. But besides that, it's a pretty chill month, I guess. Nobody's died, so there's that. Candace and Nick are getting along. But I really haven't been on Twitter in a week and a half. I really don't know what's going on, boys. The whole reason why I started making these long videos is just because I've been frustrated with what's been going on. And I've been pretty oblivious. So I just think it's a slow week. Hopefully it is. It also doesn't really help that the people responsible for putting out the Epstein files are extremely negligent. They were set on her desk for review and then they disappear, and now we're supposed to trust them to release the files. I'm sure there's going to be a big controversy around this. Just wait. We shall see what happens, but no matter what happens, it's sure going to be interesting. You run a really successful YouTube channel when you get excited that McDonald's has deals going on so you can have dinner. You know, that's the meaning of success, getting excited by McDonald's deals and making you peasants jealous that I can barely afford dinner tonight on discounted burgers that aren't even that great. Heck, you're gonna park next to the Chinese truck. Now, I know it does seem like I come here a lot, and that's because I do. I'm an American. I like garbage. 1974. I'm sure today's video is a mess, but you got a video, am I right? That's all I gotta say, you got a video. Should I buy one of these? I don't know, I kind of mess with it. The bike would fit in the back of it? I don't know, I'm gonna look into that. I love eating garbage. On the road again. Can't wait to get on the road again. Going places that I've never been. After I get out of the parking lot. Why did I go this way? Think this was a giant mistake. You go, lady. Look at that Corvette over there. That's pretty cool, right? So, I'm finally feeling better, boys. I'm not 100% yet. I'm still pretty sick, but I'm feeling better. So, we're looking like we're gonna have content on the regular. I almost said daily. I can't do daily, alright? I get burnt out. But, I do appreciate all the support I've been getting. I do want to start covering the Epstein files a little bit more. And I promise I will reach out to Candace Owens about the whole Rick Cutler thing. I'm sure she's already seen it. I could be wrong. Like I said, she does occasionally like my posts on Twitter. Or not posts, my replies. So, I think she's seen it. I really appreciate this lady pulling out in front of me and making me go behind her the entire way home. Watch, she's gonna be going the same direction as me. Oh no, good. Get the bitch. Bike sounds good. But I don't know, guys, with my channel underperforming with covering the Charlie stuff, and I don't know, I've just been really stressed out. I do appreciate the people that have been spamming my shorts. It actually has been working, so please continue to do that. You guys have been awesome. But I'm starting to get good camera equipment and a nice bike and whatnot. But I'm going to be honest, guys, my videos are going to be weird because I only have a little bit of an idea of what I'm doing. It's not like I have a team of people behind me or just a bunch of people in the know-how in my area. It's just me, and I'm figuring it out on my own. And I have over 400,000 subscribers, right? I still feel like I don't know what I'm doing. So, there you have it. But you guys got a video today. Hope you liked it. like the video, comment on the video, tell your friends, and go spam my shorts. I will see you guys tomorrow, I guess. See ya.
No one will ever replace my husband. No. But I do see some similarities of my husband in JD and Vice President JD Vance. I do. And that's why I'm so blessed to be able to introduce him tonight. He's an amazing man. So please help me welcome to the stage Vice President JD Vance.
All right, you guys, I'm gonna spill the beans on what I think on this whole Erica Kirk situation, and I thought maybe I was being a little too insensitive, but yesterday really took the cake for me, and I honestly don't care anymore. I suspect Erica of betraying Charlie as well. And it does look like JD Vance is gonna leave his wife and make Erica Kirk the First Lady of the United States. I'm calling it now, fellas. You can call me crazy, but that's what it's looking like. They already have been going after Vance and like been lining him up to be the next presidential nominee. And I think he's starting to realize like we need to do something because I'm not going to win.
I'm a Christian man, and I'm just confused why that there's this notion that we might owe Israel something, or that they're our greatest ally, or that we have to support this multi-hundred-billion-dollar foreign aid package to Israel to cover this, to quote Charlie Kirk, ethnic cleansing in Gaza.
This is the closest thing to the Holocaust that any of us have lived through. But the fact is now Bibi and the Israeli hard-right government has a mandate. I gotta be careful the way I say this. They're gonna try to ethnically cleanse Gaza. Yep. I mean, that's, and I don't use that term lightly, okay? They're talking about basically removing 2.5 million people from there, okay? And honestly, they have a mandate to go seek justice and revenge. They do. This idea that they need to have a truce or a peace treaty, that's morally crap after you see women and children be burned alive and dragged to the streets.
I'm just confused why this idea has come around, considering the fact that not only does their religion not agree with ours, but also openly supports the prosecution of ours.
He did not agree with many of the things that you said right ahead of this, but I don't think that's my point to discuss here. What I want to ask is, you are married to a woman who is not Christian. In her Wikipedia, I mean, I just looked it up. I wanted to know what her faith was. I didn't know this before. But she still calls herself Hindu. Why did you sell us a dream? You made us spend our youth, our wealth in this country and gave us a dream. You don't owe us anything. We have worked hard for it. Then how can you as a vice president stand there and say that we have too many of them now and we are going to take them out to people who are here rightfully so?
You see his wife, and she celebrates Hinduism, and this is a Christian country, and that's going to be a big talking point when he runs. I have a feeling within the next 2 years, JD Vance is going to leave his wife and marry Erica, and it's going to be for political reasons. Call me crazy, go ahead. I will be right. This is really important. Y'all know what this is. Sounds really good. Alright, now let's get back on track. We get a coffee, boys. It's freezing, jeez. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing these long ride videos. At least in North Carolina. It gets way too cold, boys. You know who JD Vance even is if it wasn't for Peter Thiel. And
you're deeply invested in Palantir, in military technology, in technologies of surveillance, in technologies of warfare, and so on, right? And it just seems to me that when you tell me a story about the Antichrist coming to power and using the fear of technological change to sort of impose order on the world, I feel like that Antichrist would maybe be using the tools that you were building, right? Like, isn't that a concern? Wouldn't that be the irony of history? Would be that the man publicly worrying about the Antichrist accidentally hastens his or her arrival?
There are all these different scenarios. I obviously don't think that that's what I'm doing.
Say Palantir is a great company. It's going to be used against us 100%, and it's going to be justified because it's a law enforcement agency at this point. It's practically with the government. And the whole reason that they're pushing JD Vance so hard is so they can get the Palantir passed. Remember Edward Snowden told people about what we already knew about, but confirmed what we already knew about us being spied on? Well, Palantir is like that on steroids, and it's used to predict future behavior. So it looks like the police will be coming to your house to talk to you about something that you didn't do. And you know, always really accurate. But you literally have JD's Van's face in Erica Kirk's tits while they stand on Charlie Kirk's grave. I wish this was a metaphor. It is not. What really annoys me personally is like people about their Palantir profits, because yeah, it's gonna go up. Palantir is probably still gonna go up another 500%, and I'm not gonna touch it because it's against my morals. You remember that episode of Family Guy when Brian was, you know, in the stocks and ended up getting so corrupt with it he was making money off euthanations of dogs? Well, that's how I feel about investing in Palantir. Of course you're going to make money. They're contracted with the U.S. government and they're trying to expand it. But what you don't understand is when you invest in that company, you're helping their agenda even more, and it's against you, buddy. The only good thing about Palantir is it'll help get the off the streets. You know, that like children, but you know, I think that's really one of their concerns when the Epstein files still hasn't been released and the government shut down because Massey got enough support in the Senate. Absolutely incredible. We're gonna stop up here and get a coffee, boys. Yellow means go faster, just so you know. Get through the light quick. Remember, kids, just a tame ride on a BMW HP4. Nothing to see here. Bro, I deserve that. Oh wait, I can park in front of the container. This is technically a space. Yeah, that coin is gone, boys. Oh, I'm in second gear? That's amateur of me. Yeah, kind of like my thing, you know? I was thinking that. Yeah. The thing keeping me warm is this cheeseburger in my hands right now. Florida man can go up against anything but the cold. I gotta go catch the Porsches. Let me go. I just saw some cool cars. And guys, the whole Nick Fuentes and JD Vance beef is actually kind of funny if you watch it from the very beginning. It all started when Nick was invited to dinner with Trump when he was running for president, and it kind of went down pretty awkward. But ever since, they've been attacking him really hard. I think my prediction's right, though. I think JD is going to leave his wife and then make Erica the first lady. But ever since, they've just been going back and forth. And nobody knew who JD Vance was until he was groomed by Peter Thiel to be our vice president.
Nick Fuentes, an avowed anti-Semite,
sure,
went after your wife. He had previously dined at Mar-a-Lago with Donald Trump. Does this have any room in your movement, in the MAGA movement?
Of course it doesn't have any room in the MAGA movement, and of course...
You disavow him and this.
And of course Donald Trump has criticized this person. Look, I think the guy's a total loser. Certainly I disavow him, but if you ask me what I care more about, is it a person attacking me personally, or is it government policy that discriminates based on race? That's what I really worry about.
So Vance meets Thiel in law school. They forge a friendship. Vance graduates. Thiel puts in a call, because Thiel is a billionaire in the tech industry and a venture capitalist, and says, hey, I need you to give this guy a job. He's one of mine. Guy says, no problem, hires Vance. Then Vance goes to work at Peter Thiel's venture capital firm. So then Peter Thiel hires him outright. What does Vance know about venture capital? He studied law. What does he now know about investing? What does he now know about the world of finance and technology? It turns out not much, because his colleagues who worked with him at that firm say they never saw him in the office. While he was working for Peter Thiel at that firm for a span of 7-9 months, Vance published his book, Hillbilly Elegy, and went on a national book tour. He went to a retreat for Silicon Valley elites. He went to the Aspen Institute. He went on TV. He went on all the big talk shows to promote his book, at the same time that he was at a no-show job at Thiel's venture capital firm. Then Vance went to work for another venture capital firm. The boss that runs that firm said he didn't do much. And when Vance was working at that firm, you know what he invested in? He invested in all of Peter Thiel's tech companies.
I don't know, there's just a lot of interesting stuff going down in the works right now, boys. On the bright side, my bike still works. It's been running. I haven't had a problem since the other night. That sounds good. But I don't know. I'll keep the video kind of short. I didn't have a whole lot to say, but I had a few things to show you, boys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and that's it. See ya.
You cross that red line, I promise you, I swear to God, I will be there in Iowa with 10,000 groypers, and we will be at every event. We will be at every event. And we will be doing events of our own, and we will be knocking on doors, and we will be spending money. I'll be raising money to do it. Many will do it for free. You think they're a pain in your ass? We'll be a bigger pain in your ass because there's more of us and we want it more. They have the clocks. We have the time. If you do something for America first, maybe you'll get our votes, and maybe you'll get our support.
Wait. We gotta pause for a second. We just gotta pause. This guy is definitely on video doing some gruesome stuff, because this can't even buy you a McDonald's meal in 2025. What is this guy doing? Carry on.
Forgive him.
Jesse Dalba sent $50. Hey Nick, I just want to thank you for sticking up for the America First movement. It's something I really believe in. Laura Loomer blocked me after accusing her of being Israel first, so now I have nothing to do. I run a YouTube channel with 400k subs and I plan on traveling the country soon. Would love to feature you with Jesse Dalba.
Whoa. Damn. Laura Loomer blocked you, huh? Well, that sucks. Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe reach out to me. We could set it up.
America, we're being lied to. I don't know who needs to hear this, but we're being lied to by everybody and everyone. And I'm surprised by the amount of Americans that don't know about AIPAC and the history of AIPAC and how they're using it to take over our country. Every person that takes AIPAC money should be tried for treason. It's treasonous. Let me explain why. Back in the day, JFK had a big problem with AIPAC and wanted it to register under FARA, so it'd be registered as a foreign entity. This means it wouldn't be able to apply into our elections.
Ladies and gentlemen, the very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society, and we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it. Even today, there is little value in opposing the threat of a closed society by imitating its arbitrary restrictions. Even today, there is little value in ensuring the survival of our nation if our traditions do not survive with it. And there is very grave danger that an announced need for increased security will be seized upon by those anxious to expand its meaning to the very limits of official censorship and concealment. That I do not intend to permit to the extent that it's in my control. And no official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, civilian or military, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, no rumor is printed, no secret is revealed. No president should fear public scrutiny of his program, for from that scrutiny comes understanding, and from that understanding comes support or opposition, and both are necessary. I am not asking your newspapers to support an administration, but I am asking your help in the tremendous task of informing and alerting the American people. For I have complete confidence in the response and dedication of our citizens whenever they are fully informed. I not only could not stifle controversy among your readers, I welcome it. This administration intends to be candid about its errors, or as a wise man once said, an error doesn't become a mistake until you refuse to correct it. We intend to accept full responsibility for our errors, and we expect you to point them out when we miss them. Without debate, without criticism, no administration and no country can succeed, and no republic can survive. That is why the Athenian lawmaker Solon decreed it a crime for any citizen to shrink from controversy. And that is why our press was protected by the First Amendment, the only business in America specifically protected by the Constitution, not primarily to amuse and entertain, not to emphasize the trivial and the sentimental, not to simply give the public what it wants, but to inform, to arouse, to reflect, to state our dangers and our opportunities, to indicate our crises and our choices, to lead, mold, educate, and sometimes even anger public opinion. This means greater coverage and analysis of international news, for it is no longer far away and foreign, but close at hand and local. It means greater attention to improved understanding of the news, as well as improved transmission. And it means, finally, that government at all levels must meet its obligation to provide you with the fullest possible information outside the narrowest limits of national security. And so it is to the printing press, to the recorder of man's deeds, the keeper of his conscience, the courier of his news, that we look for strength and assistance, confident that with your help, man will be what he was born to be, free and independent.
So essentially, it's a big lobby for the state of Israel, and they won't say that. They'll say it's for defensive security of the United States, but it's literally the American-Israeli Party. So give all these politicians this money, right? Eventually, AIPAC gets these people elected. They now have an AIPAC babysitter that now tells them what to do in office.
Idea of a foreign government playing in our political campaigns openly.
Openly in that they're showing you they're doing it, but opaquely in that you can't track it because they're not registered.
Is there any other Republican who has your views on this?
Well, I have Republicans who come to me on the floor and say, I wish I could vote with you today. Yours is the right vote, but I would just take too much flack back home. And I have Republicans who come to me and say, that's wrong what AIPAC is doing to you. Let me talk to my AIPAC person. By the way, everybody but me has an AIPAC person.
What does that mean, an AIPAC person?
It's like your babysitter, your AIPAC babysitter.
So essentially, they're in charge of the law. You guys know after Charlie Kirk was shot, within 3 hours, the Senate said no. They voted on taking out the Epstein files, and every Republican said no. And the reason the government is shut down right now is because Thomas Massey got enough support in the Senate to get the Epstein files passed. I'm the crazy one. The world is ran by people that hate us, sick people. And when the Epstein files come to light, it's going to be a very crazy couple of months. It's all of Hollywood. It's all of Congress. Only two politicians that can be trusted is Ashley Green of Georgia and Thomas Massey of Kentucky. All of them else are suspect. Americans, you really need to pay attention in these elections because these same people keep winning. Charlie's last tweet was about Irina Zaruska, and everything that Candace is talking about Charlie is getting completely scrubbed. Do you know after Irina Zaruska stabbed, they came out with the footage?
My criticism of you in these situations is you have immediately decided that was the motivation, therefore it's a racist hate crime, and that's it. And I would argue to you, why don't you give it a bit of time? Why don't you wait for more information and make a more considered opinion?
Okay, first things first, if we're going to talk about waiting for information, you shouldn't have told me that Israel was not committing a genocide on October 8th. You've been proven wrong. That's the first thing. The second thing, he said, I got that white girl. You're going to pretend that doesn't matter as if it's not proof
I didn't
enough.
say it didn't matter.
Third thing,
I said it
don't
suggests
care
a
if he's
racial
mentally
motivation.
Ill. Everybody who stabs somebody is mentally ill. This mentally ill bullshit, I don't know where this has come from, where someone's a criminal, but they're mentally ill. Every single person who commits murder is mentally ill. Every single person who commits necrophilia is mentally ill. Every single person who believes they can get in and out of a bank with money without getting caught has some kind of mental disorder. They're all mentally ill. I don't care about mentally ill. And here's the final nail in the coffin to your asinine argument, sir. Why did he not stab anyone else on the bus? Because he was already on a bus with 4 people and he didn't touch them. If he's so mental, if he can't control his mind, why didn't he stab any of those? Is it because everyone else on the bus was black? The first white person he sees, he and says, I got that white girl. And you don't believe that's enough proof for a court of law to determine that was a racially motivated attack?
And the mayor came out and blamed the city for letting the footage get out. She blamed the freaking city, bro. We can't make jail the problem. We can't just throw the problem behind bars. Yes, we can, and we should. In fact, the last thing I said to Charlie before he was shot was, we need to bring back public to show examples for these pieces of crap that think they can do this. And the celebration of Charlie being shot was real. It was very real. A lot of people don't even know about this, but millions of people celebrated Charlie getting shot. A father. And it's absolutely disgusting that we let this happen. And then we got people in public positions like nurses and teachers. And they're not chastised or fired for it, like they should be. There was a woman at the No Kings protest. Some tubby woman that works for some school system. I'll put the school up on screen. But essentially, the school isn't doing anything about it. And she mocked Charlie. I don't think people realize how big this is and how everything's connected. It's all connected. And it all goes back to the Epstein files. And we're not going to see any justice until we get the Epstein files to light. And here's the scary thing for the people in power. Republicans and Democrats agree that we need the Epstein files. That's the one thing that we can agree on. But, I don't know, I just find it a little messed up that I'm grieving Charlie Kirk harder than his wife. And me and Charlie weren't even really friends. He knew I existed. That's about it. But I'd do anything to bring Charlie back, but we can't bring Charlie back. So now, I'm going to bring all this stuff to light. I'm going to be naive and think, hey, maybe Jesse can fix things. And the number one problem with America right now is AIPAC. Oh my fuck. Are you kidding me? Bro, I get it. There's a cliff, but we're going... I can't even stay in gear. Bro doesn't belong here. This makes me so angry. I can't even... This makes me more angry than the Epstein files, guys. This makes me more angry than Charlie getting shot. Oh my God. Thank you. And that's a woman driver. Holy crap. I've never seen a good woman driver before. Are you kidding? That's incredible. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't know this road that well. I'm not going to keep up with her. Holy crap. I'm being outperformed by a woman. I think we need to talk about Candace's silence here because I have a lot of people questioning the gag order. Holy shit, scared me. I want to put my input on the gag order, right? I don't know if Candace is really under gag order or not, but I think it could be possible because it seems like this gag order that went out against Tyler Robinson is unconstitutional and unprecedented. Wish I knew more information on it. I found like a 47-page document on it, but I'm going to be honest with you guys, I ain't reading all that. And a lot of people have been saying, well, Candace isn't involved in the case. The problem is, she has a lot of insider information, and she's probably in the text messages, which would make her part of the case. A lot of people discredit Candace all the time, and usually it comes out that we were wrong. So I want to stay reserved about Candace, because honestly, I believe Nick and Candace are going to be big parts of what happens next in America. Whether they get along or not, doesn't really matter. They're the main characters here. And honestly, I don't know. But I really don't want to be president, guys. Don't make me become the president. Don't make me become the representative of Florida. Don't make me become the governor of Florida. Not interested. Don't make me be that guy. Somebody step up to the plate, please. So, the other problem we have is how are we going to make AIPAC register under FARA when they have most of our Congress bought, when the Senate are the people that vote on the laws. And they're the ones that are compromised. I could tell you how. I don't think a lot of you would like my plan. Now, I really admiration for Nick because he got canceled like I did and he took it like a man and he somehow survived it. I lost my freaking mind. I think Nick is a better person than I am. I don't always agree with him. I agree with him about 90% of the time, but I flipped out on him and Candace. Okay? 100% on either one of their side. I really wish they would just get along, both become transgender, and have a baby already. But I don't think we're going to get what we want. So, I think they're always going to hate each other to some extent, and Candace did do Nick dirty. Let's not pretend like that didn't happen, like she didn't set him up. Alright? They're never going to get along for that reason.
Nick Fuentes, this weird little gay kid in his basement in Chicago, is participating in a super PAC to bump off Joe Kent?
Yeah, and I will say I don't understand it. We were very kind to him. Like, I truly, like, we almost said, like, we felt maybe he was a bit lonely. We should invite him back for dinner.
Candace and Tucker had nothing to say about Israel until it became unavoidable last year. Not popular, but unavoidable. And now they want to gatekeep me out and do this personality attack and say I'm a bitter loser in my basement from Chicago. I'm a kid from Chicago. And they slipped up there because they forgot for 1 second that they're pretending to be the spokesperson for exactly that kind of person. Tucker's mask slipped, and he forgot for a minute that for 8 years he's been pretending to care about the plight of weird kids in their parents' basement who are broke and didn't go to an Ivy League school, living in cities that don't matter like Chicago, not like Washington, D.C. or L.A. or New York. And that's why he had such disdain and contempt for me in that moment. Between the personality attacks, he's lonely, he's weird, he lives in a basement. I'm sorry, did you guys forget that that's your target audience that you're trying to pander to? Did you forget that for 2 seconds? And I'm the inauthentic person? I am that person. I am a spokesman for the disaffected white man because I am one, and you two are not. Candace Owens got married to British royalty worth $200 million after meeting him for 2 weeks on Zoom. What the? And Tucker Carlson's dad ran the CIA's propaganda empire fighting the Soviet Union. He went and fought with the Contras when he was in college. When I was in college, I was doing a webcam show in my friend's dorm room criticizing Israel. Who's pandering here? Exactly. Because that wasn't you. You were born to the Swanson family fortune and your daddy who ran the CIA. You know, my dad didn't even graduate college. My dad worked for the tollway. His dad died of a drug overdose in the 70s. My mother's father was a garbage man in Chicago, and he committed suicide. He was a veteran of World War II. Who's the CIA cutout? Who's the poser? Who is America? I am America. Chicago is America. That's an American story.
If I was Nick's friend, I wouldn't tell him, hey man, you got to get along with this person because he was done dirty. And then her and Tucker Carlson did this big hit piece on him. A big personality attack on the man. And honestly, after Charlie Kirk got shot, we were feeling angry and resentful. Trump was at a baseball game and Nick Fuentes was addressing the nation.
Before I say anything else, especially to the young people, the adolescents, that I understand how you feel. Lay down your arms. Those that live by the sword will perish by the sword. Remember what Christ said. This is our cup to drink from, all of us. Death, suffering, martyrdom in some cases. It's all part of it. It's all part of life.
If you can't lay down your arms, lay them down today. And I think that speech is going to go down in history because that was real leadership that I saw. What's going on with my camera? Ben Shapiro can say, oh, I'd gladly waive the American-born to have Bibi as president. Well, I would rather waive the no king things that have Nick as emperor. How does that make you feel? Come on, camera. Emperor Nick is coming, boys! And I wasn't going to mention any of this, but I feel a lot of Charlie and Irna and how the city handled it. It's absolutely disgusting. See, we're going on a little adventure, boys, see? See, I ride a motorcycle in the fall because I'm not a little slippery, not gonna lie, but check that out. Isn't that pretty? This is probably a good time to say I'll never self-delete. Yeah, I'm not afraid of you, Laura Loomer. You can send your little army after me, I do not care, bro. You eat dog food.
Positive really is an amazing company. Not only do they have these emergency pet kits, but they also have these supplements here. And this is human grade, okay? This is human grade, and I just want to show you now. I'm going to actually do this live on air, so you now. So it tastes like meat, and maybe that is disgusting to you, but I'll show you right here. Look, this is the bison product right here. It clearly says dog food topper. You can see on camera.
You're a paid shill. Nobody believes you. And I'm tired of not being in that club that you guys kicked me out of. I'm a nice guy, I promise. But that's practically it, fellas. I'm gonna end it here. There's a waterfall. They control America. And I'm not afraid of you, Laura. Oh yeah, one last thing I forgot to mention. There's this big conspiracy that the same people that run APAC are paying influencers to post about $7,000 per post in some cases.
Super weird, by the way, how a foreign nation seems to have so much pull over things happening in our homeland. Why can Netanyahu come out with his full ass on display talking about like how algorithms on the platforms here need to cater to him, and also he should be talking to Elon about Twitter so they can do something together in regards to like the people not liking Israel anymore and what they're having access to. Why is that? Like, that shouldn't be allowed, right? Like, what the fuck? This guy gets to come in and, like, completely wash our fucking freedom of speech in order to fit his censorship agenda? Cool. How about no, goober? Like, come on. This should be an outrage to everybody, but it's not.
I'll speak for myself. I never thought that I would be offering an apology to Jeffrey Epstein. I think of all the times I've maligned that guy, all the times I'm accused him of crimes, of blackmailing people, of trafficking children to powerful figures around the world on behalf of global intel services. And then I learned yesterday from Attorney General Pam Bondi that's totally untrue.
Yes. Yeah.
The guy killed himself after 36 days in prison for no reason. He was a billionaire. He had no clients. He'd done nothing wrong other than get like naughty massages 20 years before. And the guy killed himself. Another pointless death. And then his best friend, former girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, doing 20 years in prison for no crime. There are no victims.
Yes, it's a victimless crime. They're obviously persecuted by the state.
Yes.
They're political prisoners, really. It's The Hague should come in and do an investigation, or we're watching one of the most systematic government cover-ups of all time.
Damn. Well, this video, I think we owe Jeffrey Epstein a giant apology. And he was a political prisoner, and then he killed himself. He totally killed himself. It was totally him that did it.
I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's boring. And I don't understand why it keeps going, but...
Absolutely wild, boys. The information war is definitely real.
Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
What do you mean by personal relationships?
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
Are you going to release all the information about that?
Senator, we are working through that right now with the Department of Justice.
When you think you'll have it done, Cash?
I think in the near future, sir.
Like before I die?
And the stuff going on with Ben Shapiro is way bigger than you guys think. All right?
Show a video, please forgive me, of one of my first introductions to this guy, Nick Fuentes, and what he was saying about Ben. This is a video of him showing himself playing Grand Theft Auto, right, a video game where you shoot people, and he's pretending that this character in the video is Ben. Let's watch.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that makes me laugh and laugh. That's a funny one. What a chance encounter that was. I think I just saw Ben Shapiro.
Where I'm giggling and saying, ha ha ha, I think I just ran over Ben Shapiro, ha ha ha. And then everybody boos. Then the audience goes, boo. They go, boo, boo. Your boos mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer.
The biggest cover-up of all time, or Jeffrey Epstein did nothing wrong. And you guys know I'm really proud of my YouTube play button. And I always thought, hey, that website that doesn't let me post on their website, Reddit, what if they gave out awards for karma and whatnot? Who would be the first person to get 1 million karma? What? Justine Maxwell? What? Come on, go. Well, you're too slow. I ain't risking it. Sometimes it ain't worth the biscuit, guys. Hello, speed camera. I have a strong feeling about these, and I really feel like they should be unconstitutional.
I think that what Candace Owens is doing right now is evil. It is evil what she is doing right now. Okay, and I say that again.
But I don't even think the police are allowed to do it. I think it has to be third-party companies so they're not violating your Fourth Amendment rights, but whatever. But essentially, my entire YouTube career, I've been taken down off Reddit because I've always had these, I don't know, political views, I guess. And I never really talked about them in my videos. I always kept it separate. And my YouTube channel is very child-friendly. So I don't really understand, because I had these political stances that I wouldn't even really talk about, but I'd get totally destroyed for it.
So when we had BB, I would say death threats at an all-time high, no question, when BB came up. Then they agree, all right, Ben wants to come on the podcast. We have Nick on. I show the clips. We have the conversations. Everything takes place. Fair interview. You sound like a racist here. You sound like this here. Why are you dropping this word? So he's kind of like, even manning up. 2 weeks later, Ben Shapiro cancels. Why? Why do you cancel? So what is the brand? Why not have conversations? We're not a firebrand. We're not. Well, let's see, maybe next year. No, I'm not interested.
But they made you think Michael Jackson was crazy. They made you think Kanye was crazy. Candace is crazy. Nick is crazy. I'm crazy. Myron's crazy. We're all crazy. Or we're in a big information war. Take your pick.
One, I do believe that he is actually scared of Nick Fuentes, okay? I think that fear comes from guilt. Nick's backstory, don't care what you think about him. You already know I don't like Nick Fuentes because of how he treated me. But the backstory is compelling. I learned the backstory listening to Jeremy Boring, the former CEO of Daily Wire, sit down with Nick. So right after I'd been fired, and I didn't know what Ben and Jeremy admitted that they did to him. And so I think if you artificially push somebody out of the market, and Ben has never come out and denied anything that Nick Fuentes has said, also Jeremy Boring didn't deny it in a conversation with him, so we have to assume the story is true. And given what I know about what happens now, I think, and what Charlie was going through, I think we can all realize that Nick was an 18-year-old kid, like he told Tucker, and now the whole world knows this story. He started asking questions about Israel, and he got artificially pushed out of the market when he had his whole life ahead of him, okay? And now, when they did this because they wanted to rid themselves of Nick Fuentes, who then became angry about it and definitively has said very offensive things on the internet, but also he was 18, 19 years old. Now you see him on Tucker Carlson. You don't like Tucker Carlson. And I think it makes him uncomfortable.
And like me, I'm not even that smart. You guys shouldn't even be listening to me. I genuinely think you should be listening to other people. But you guys really are pushing for me to keep making videos on the stuff. And I'm not one to let you guys down. Get Glenstein Maxwell a Reddit award. Because Reddit isn't controlled or anything. I'm tired of hearing this argument from the boomers. Well, if the Epsteins were so bad, why didn't they release it when Biden was in office? That's because they're all implicated, dipsh. It's all of them. And it's Hollywood. It's any person on the TV, really. I don't know how deep I can go into, like, New World Order stuff or the Freemasons without getting, like, down. So I'm just going to plant the seeds and show you the clips, and you guys can do your own research. Because there's a lot of stuff I'm still not talking about.
Ghislaine Maxwell's dad is somehow involved with the publishing company that, like, writes the history books, yes.
Really? Boy, does that make me more suspicious about everything I've been taught in my life.
Ghislaine Maxwell's father, Robert Maxwell, was a prominent figure in publishing, building up Pergamon Press to a major academic publisher and later acquiring
Macmillan.
Macmillan.
That's
I know
the
Macmillan.
one.
fact that they shoot at people as they're waiting in line for humanitarian aid. Dozens of people get shot and killed literally every single day as they're waiting for food. No, I'm not going to let you filibuster, bitch. I'm not going to let you filibuster. I'm not going to let you filibuster. You guys are totally okay with IDF soldiers shooting and killing desperate people waiting for humanitarian aid. You're okay with that. I find it so unbelievably evil. Unbelievably evil. It shocks my conscience and my soul that people as evil as this exist in this world. Okay? Watching these images, looking at these videos, seeing all these kids desperate, hungry, parentless, trapped in Gaza. And you're sitting here and you're defending it. I can't stand it. I can't listen to it. The filibustering is unbearable. It's unbearable.
My light's green. And I'm just really discouraged because I'm not getting any views on YouTube right now. And it's like, yo, what's the point? Because every time I talk about something political, like my short views and everything else suffers for it. And honestly, what I would really like to do is make shorts, do an adventure movie once every 6 months, and then move on. But being a YouTuber isn't always what I thought it would be. All right, sometimes you're just doing weird stuff. A holiday? Is it Sunday? Guys, is it Sunday? It's fucking Sunday. Oh my god. Well, I guess I have no money. I transferred some crypto into my account. I was like, hey, I just ordered a new debit card because I keep getting charged for services. I don't know what they are. So I figured the easiest route about it, go get a new debit card. So they can't just print you one out here. They have to ship you a card. And I have no money because I'm stupid. So I came up here to get some money because I deposited $30 in Solana in my account because that's all I have left until I get paid. What I'm saying is, guys, I need you guys to drop a super chat because I am poor and I invested my money in some cameras here. And I want to finish my bike and then I'm not spending any more money on stupid shit, I promise. But, like, I need some help. The only reason why I even hit, like, slightly over the poverty line last month was because of my Rick Cutler video, and a lot of people threw super chats at it. Like, need like Nick Fuentes' system where I'm getting paid from you guys for the support, because honestly, I think my ads are going to get shut off if I keep talking more and more and more and more. Just saying. I guess I'll eat a can of ravioli at home that's been sitting in the drawer for 6 months, and I got to make it to the 21st to get paid again. And I'm looking for an apartment. Every apartment around here is $1,900 a month for some reason. And last month, I cleared $2,500. Not to brag or anything, but like I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. Actually, I want to go through town. This sounds more fun. I can't wait to ride this motorcycle around the country. If I'm not canceled before that, it's always a possibility. That's what they like to do. But yeah, the information war, am I right? Now, I do kind of crazy that our own president's saying, well, there's people in the Epstein files that shouldn't be implicated in them. And then we get a contact book released, like, but every name in it is blacked out. Now, our only hope is for this, like, Democrat thing to get real, because none of that's real. I'm sure some people think it is, but if the Democrats start releasing Republican names, Republicans will start releasing Democrat names. The whole reason the Epstein files hasn't been released is, one, there's a strong possibility our president is in those Epstein files. Two, the CIA and Mossad will lose all their power in Hollywood and Congress. And it'd be a strong possibility that America takes their country back after the files are released. They're going to keep attacking Tucker, Candace. They're even going after Bateman, and he let Bibi on the show, which is kind of crazy to go after him because he was a big supporter. I wouldn't say a big supporter, but like he had Bibi on the show, and people liked him on it. He doubled down. But then Ben Shapiro cancels his appearance because he had Nick Fuentes on the show.
The United States backs Israel, but they back it less than they used to. I was having a lot of problems getting support for Israel, and I can't really understand it because I grew up in a world where everything evolved around politically. Everything evolved around Israel, and the power was amazing. One bad word about Israel, you were virtually out of politics. Today, one good word about Israel, you're out of politics.
The cancellation isn't working anymore, fellas, and we're finally having the conversations.
You just hate Jews. I will not. No, I don't hate Jews. Then why can't they live in the West Bank? I hate disgusting, why can't they live in the West Bank? Propagandists why can't a Jew treat live in human Gaza? Beings like trash like you.
I did my part. It's a pretty day, but it's cold. Ow, my nuts. This bike needs like nut blockers. Yield. No one's yielding. All right, let's go. But I hope you guys enjoy the content. There's a lot of clips to show today, and the bank was closed, so I did all this for nothing. So another day in the life, I guess. But guys, give me suggestions. What would you like me to do? For realsies. Because I could talk about this stuff all day, but I don't know. I'm just saying, when they win in office again, I'm cooked. Absolutely cooked. But at the end of the day, all I ask you is don't let them crucify the America First movement. There's people that have been living in the United States for 25 years that don't speak a lick of English, and they get upset with you that you don't speak Spanish. I hope that's not really hateful, but like me personally as an American, the way that I feel about it is a little misconstrued to what most people believe. Like, I go to Japan and say I'm Japanese. I can live there 25, 30 years. I could have children there. I will never be Japanese. I could go to Israel, okay? I live in Israel for 25 years. I will never be an Israeli. I could go to whatever, it doesn't matter. The point is, the idea that anybody that could come to this country and be an American is kind of fucked up in my opinion. And like, I have a bunch of fans out of India, and it looks like the American dream for a lot of my Indian fans is come to America, appear to be this big shot guy, living it up in America and sending money back home to support their families and being a big shot. I totally get the reasoning, but that's not good for America because you're sending our money out of the country. Like, we have a lot of domestic problems that we need to focus on, but that's pretty much it, guys. I went out for no reason, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Drop a super chat. I'm pretty poor right now, worried, okay? I went to the bank to try to get $30, and I didn't get it. Either way, hope you enjoyed the video. Give Jeffrey an apology for me, and I will see you guys later.
If we don't get our people in government, and that's why I tell Groypers, don't let them put your name on a list. Hide, conceal your views like they did. Like they did. Don't let Levin put you on a list. Your job is to get into the Ivy Leagues. Your job is to get into these offices, do what you need to do, say what you need to say, hold it close to the chest. But we bleed for America. That's why I like to raise the right hand. You don't have to broadcast it to everybody, and you can say what you need to say. When we're in private, it's America first. It's Christ is King. And you're not going to know how many of us there are, and you're not going to know which one of us we are. And you're not going to get a good count. You're not going to know all our names. And slowly but surely, you will be encircled and you will be surrounded. And one day you're going to wake up in the Groyper party. GOP is going to stand for a different thing. That's why I tell people, get involved. And in the elections, get involved.
It's kind of messed up. I cleaned my chain right there. But look how nasty my chain is right here. This chain lube I got is disgusting. Damn. It's 32 degrees out right now. So I'd say it's kind of freaking cold. Very hesitant to even come out and film a video today. It's just windy and cold. But it's a beautiful day. So if you just completely ignore the fact that your fingers are falling off, it's a pretty decent ride, not gonna lie. But I've been feeling a little under the weather, boys, so sorry that I haven't been posting any content. That, and it's just freezing cold, and trying to find the motivation to ride a motorcycle in 32-degree weather just doesn't tickle my fancy. Alright, I'm from Florida. I'm used to riding a motorcycle year-round. Look, it's wintertime, guys. It's winter. I'm still gonna be riding. Alright, when the snow hits the ground, we're still riding. Anyway, it does appear that a couple of days ago, the day before Thanksgiving, a couple of National Guards were shot outside the White House.
The suspect in custody is a foreigner who entered our country from Afghanistan, a hellhole on earth. He was flown in by the Biden administration in September 2021. This attack underscores the single greatest national security threat
facing our nation. The last administration let in 20 million unknown and unvetted foreigners from all over the world, from places that you don't want to even know about.
Now, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services have announced moments later that all Afghan immigrant cases are stopping indefinitely, pending further review. And I also just want to remind you why these West Virginia Guardsmen were here. They have been deployed in Washington since August as part of the president's crime crackdown. That is expected to continue until at least February. President Trump also announced he would be deploying 500 more National Guards members to Washington, D.C. in response to this horrific shooting.
And it does appear to be like one of these anti-ICE testers. What the what? Nobody, not one liberal, said one bad thing about it. You guys know immigration is bad. Like, I'm like black owning all the homes. Having 40 million people here isn't good for American rent prices. Like, most people struggling right now. And like, I just am mad to see these people try to justify like letting people here. You know, nature is own territory, right? Like wolves don't go into other people's territory. You get some crazy jihad lunatic to shoot somebody at the White House because of ICE. Go figure. And if Erica Kirk is pregnant, it's not Charlie's kid. I'm just gonna say that now.
What did he say?
Alright, because there's a lot of rumors going around that Erica is pregnant. I don't think she is, because if she is, it's J.D. Vance's baby, or that's who I think would be. And Kash Patel is not getting fired, boys. You're fired, 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 you're fired. You're fired, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired. He has been on the Trump train since the campaign, and he has been covering up the biggest child trafficking operation in human history, okay? They're not going to fire the man. A lot of them are giving him a lot of crap right now is because he's using FBI resources in the way that they're deemed. Like, if you're part of the FBI, you have to travel on the FBI plane, and he's been his girlfriend. It's kind of in bad taste, but honestly, I don't see any problems with that. But I do see problems with him covering up trafficking and, you know, doing it and whatnot. But the uploads are definitely gonna slow down, boys. I'm just not seeing the support. I'm not getting many views on my videos, which is fine. But, I mean, if I'm not views on the videos, like, there's no point in me suffer and have my fingers fall off. I will be doing content. I have been posting shorts like a madman. And this channel is going to into something. We keep trying new things. So I'm going to get some hot chocolate because it's cold. It might be 30 degrees out, but it's a beautiful day if you ignore the feeling in your fingers. Yee. Why are you looking like that, lady? Mind your business. All fun and games until you get a little bit of wind. I don't even remember where I parked. There she is. Guys, it's way too cold to be doing this. It's gonna be a minute before we get another video. We're gonna, I don't know. It should be illegal for it to be this cold and nice out at the same time. Let's see. On a side note, I check Google Trends a lot, right? Try to get an idea of what to do for a video, right? And if you go to google.com, right, and you type in get back, or just get B, it's the top suggestion is get back to work, Matt Walsh. So good job, guys.
Get back to work, Matt Walsh. Get back to work. Do not criticize Israel. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Ben Shapiro.
Creating culture here. This lady's staring me down. I'll stare back. I don't care. Probably told her husband, no, it's too cold. I'm going to sit in the car. Then the guy on the motorcycle shows up. But there were rumors about the National Guard being okay. No, they're not. They didn't even make it to the hospital. I don't know what all these false reports are from hospitals or whatnot. But very unfortunate. Appreciate you guys sticking it out with me while I figure my life out. It has occurred to me that I absolutely hate the cold, and I won't be sticking out here too much longer. Maybe I get through the winter, and then I never do another winter again, but I'm just not a fan of how cold it's been. And the cold doesn't help with my videos, because now most of this video is just going to be me complaining that it's cold, not about what I actually wanted to talk about. That's fine. We're alive. I'm enjoying a motorcycle that I dreamed about for 10 years. just a little cold, it's fine. But it really is unfortunate about the National Guard. And I think that just comes down to wokeism, coming down to all this hate you see on the news towards Donald Trump over trying to get the immigrants out. I don't know why it's so controversial to be, hey, we don't want illegal immigrants here. In fact, I think we should take it another step further and say, hey, we don't even want your doctors or engineers, we'll make our own. But that's controversial and you can't say that. I'm just saying, this is a giant clown show and y'all are just burning me out. Not you guys, my audience, but the world. Everybody, it just feels like everyone around me, including myself, is just completely dumb. I don't know. Because I'm not that smart myself. But then I look around everyone around me, and I'm just like, yo, how did you guys survive to this age? I don't get it. But we live in our best life, boys. The content isn't gonna suck forever. But I'm ready to sword fight with my nipples right now because it's so freaking cold and I can't concentrate. Oh shit, the wind got me. Bye. But that's a general synopsis about what's been going on when I've been gone the last few days. I figured I had to go out film, freezing or not, just because after 3 or 4 days, you guys get really upset if I don't upload. So here you guys go. Like the video, comment on the video, hype the video, and my shorts, please guys. I need all the help I can get. Alright, well, we'll see y'all later.
And let's be real about this. It's insane that we haven't raised the retirement age in the United States. It's totally crazy. Joe Biden, if that were the case, Joe Biden should not be running for president. Hey, Joe Biden is 81 years old. The retirement age in the United States, at which you start to receive Social Security and you are eligible for Medicare, is 65. Joe Biden has technically been eligible for Social Security and Medicare for 16 years, and he wants to continue in office until he is 86, which is 19 years past when he would be eligible for retirement. No one in the United States should be retiring at 65 years old. If you're a young person and you can't afford to live here, then maybe you should not live here. I mean, that is a real thing. I know that we've now grown up in a society that says that you deserve to live where you grew up.
What a beautiful day to talk crap about Ben Shapiro. It definitely seems like that guy's career is coming to its end, hasn't it? Is that just me? Because he seems like a very hateful, spiteful person considering what he did to...
My answer is no. No to the Groypers. No to their publicists like Tucker Carlson. No to those who champion them. No to demoralization. No to bigotry and anti-meritocratic horse shit. No to anti-Americanism. No. This is our country. This is our party. And this is our conservative movement. And I will not stand by while it is handed over to those who betray the most fundamental principles I have spent my entire life defending and advocating. That is a path to defeat and a path to moral oblivion. I reject it because if we lose the right, we will lose to the left. And either way, we'll lose the country. I'm Ben Shapiro. This is The Ben Shapiro Show.
Not a cool dude. Not gonna lie. Facts over feelings. Bro really wonders why plumbers and electricians, construction workers would want to retire at 65. I don't know. He's just definitely a piece of work. You will have nothing and you will be happy. He's part of the New World Order.
Get back to work, Matt Walsh. Don't criticize Israel. Fine.
We shouldn't be putting up with this garbage as Americans. Ben is no bueno. And I'm not saying that because of his particular religion. I'm saying that because he's a garbage human being. And his interests are anti-American. He might sound smart, but he's not your friend. I promise. I don't sound that smart, and I'm not that smart, but I can promise you, Ben Shapiro is not our friend. Leave me, please. This guy is a traitor. We shall not put up with it. But all jokes aside, Ben Shapiro did a lot to siphon Charlie Kirk's career. And if I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ben Shapiro tried taking over TPUSA within the first 2 days before Erica came in. The guy's very slimy. And then he's saying things that are just completely against the interests of actual Americans. Why are we siding with him in any way, shape, or form?
So here's my message to the bloviating jackasses outside.
Toughen up, you spoiled brat snowflakes, if you actually want a better world.
We need to drop him like a dookie. I don't know why you guys care about my political comments so much, but we're checking out the pawn shop. I got a couple of cameras that I'd like to get rid of, and I have a feeling that I'm not going to be selling them today. I'm just going to be insulted with what the pawn shop wants to offer me. But who knows, maybe there's something shiny in there I like, and I'll be like, I don't know guys, I'm 100% behind the America First movement. When Nick runs for president, and in fact, Shapiro once said he would be okay with not having a born president if Bibi Netanyahu were to run for a presidency. The guy is a joke, and he's a traitor, and he only serves one country, and it's not this one. He met his wife in a different country, and he's supposed to be some political activist spokesman for Americans. Get the f out of here. Green now. Please? Now. Oh, come on. Alright, yeah, enough. I'm shifting because I want to, not because I need to. Just for the record. I don't think I've ever been down here. Oh yeah. The only thing I don't like about this camera is around corners, like, doesn't look like a corner. It just looks like nothing. I'll park over here so I'm out of the way. What? They didn't want to buy my cameras. They didn't even want to look at them. I blame Ben Shapiro. If I didn't come out here making a video about him, they probably would have at least looked at him and then told me no. What's up? Well, and maybe if no one will buy the cameras, I'll have to destroy them in an epic drone shot type deal. These pawn stores here aren't really pawn stores. They're really gun stores plus crackhead aid or crackhead loan stores, it looks like. Alright, well, that's just sad. I got my phone in my pocket, and this could end really badly here, but we're gonna just go for it. And if it falls, we blame Ben Shapiro. I don't like how loose that is. It's on there, I guess. But I just wasted my time and yours. What kind of pawn shop doesn't deal with electronics anymore? It's BS. Maybe it's because I'm in a small town, but I'm over there just being no place to shop or nothing to do and no one having money. It's all Ben Shapiro's fault. Y'all listen to him. He ruined our economy. And here we are. It snowed a week ago, and now I'm kind of hot, I'm not gonna lie. So I didn't want to sell my aftermarket cameras to a failing pawn shop anyway. That's definitely upsetting. Come on, guy, the speed limit's 20. Get your act together. Come on, guy, don't do me like that. They don't care about us. Well, I can make it. Yellow means hurry up and get through the light. At least that's what my mom taught me. Going through the Ace Hardware. But what do you guys think? You think Ben Shapiro is a traitor? I do. I think he's a voice piece, just like Laura Loomer. They all blocked me on X. Everybody I've known and respected and watched has me blocked just about. The information war has been fun to watch, boys, but I genuinely feel like we're setting up for a false flag. We got a Muslim guy that so happens to be Jewish as mayor of New York City. Very controversial guy. Seems fishy there. You see this attack that just happened in New York? They're either gonna blame it on the anti-Semites or the Muslims, or both. And why not just go for a double whammy while we're at it? I mean, you know what? I want a soda. Impulse decisions will let you go a long way in life, boys. Sometimes you just be like, yo, I want a drink. You get a drink. Or I can be a man and get a Red Bull. Chill out a second. Appreciate it. Alright. As I was saying, Ben Shapiro is crazy, man. He's crazy. He's gonna eat your children. Alright, maybe not that, but he'll send them to war and then blame them for going and say that the cause was so much more important than your children. Just saying. This guy is propped up as this American hero commentator. The guy's a traitor. All right, he might sound smart. He might be a good talker, but so was Obama. All right, and he got a peace reward, but he was President Drone Strike. We live in a backwards clown world. All right, the rhetoric of Ben Shapiro has been very damaging. All right, so when you're struggling in your 80s to pay off your 50-year mortgage into your hundreds, you can thank Ben Shapiro and his gang for all that. The information war has been fun, boys. Glad to be a part of it. You guys won't let me go back to just doing bike videos. So I just wanted to take a minute and talk crap about Ben Shapiro. Hope you guys enjoy it. One thing I've noticed about the guy is, and I don't mean to be anti-Semitic, I love all people, I can't put enough stress on that, but I'm scrolling through Instagram, right? You just, Ben Shapiro, and just making sure I don't make misjudgments on the guy, and every time I'm scrolling, the guy must be leveling up, because every time, his yarmulke gets a little bit bigger every time, and I just don't understand that. It gets bigger. I don't know. I'm not hallucinating that either. His yarmulke is really getting bigger. So, can one of my Jewish fans tell me why? Is that just a design choice, convenience? Is it just coincidence as I'm scrolling, the hat's getting bigger? I'm not hallucinating that. The hat's really getting bigger. But I think that's it, guys. The video, hype the video. Turn on notifications when I post, because almost nobody has notifications on. I haven't had notifications on for anybody, but can you guys do it for me, please? Alright guys, hope you guys like the video. I will see you guys later. Alright guys, I have no idea what the heck I'm talking about in this video, so this is going to be more of like a discussion, alright? Because I'm going to be honest, I have no idea what I'm talking about. But I guess Candace Owens pissed off the French, and she verified that there's been a hit put out on her. So the first thing I asked myself was, what did Candace do to make the French so angry? And then I was like, oh yeah, kind of the president of France, or the prime minister, whatever they do over there, the person in charge. He pretty much just asked, or may have clarified, or insinuated, yeah, is the word, his wife has a wiener. Guess, mess with the French, but I guess Candace called them out on Twitter today, and they surrendered. I'm just kidding. Was you saying Candace Owens' supposed assassination? That road looks cool. Might be a driveway though. Yeah, driveway. Rich people have all the fun. I guess has like connection to Israeli military, but like the connection with French and Israeli intelligence. I don't really understand that one. This like a discussion. It was kind of weird. It's like, what do the French people say? Oh, we put an assassination out there on her because he said my wife had a wee-wee or something like that. I don't know. Times. This is a nice little road. It's a neighborhood though. Can't go too fast. But can you guys like me like going on there? Because I'm trying to figure it out, and like really important. I'm sure Candace's life is genuinely in danger. But like I can't make sense of it. Can somebody help me make sense of it? That's pretty much what this whole video is about here. I might be able to buy a house like that soon, if I'm lucky and save up. I don't know what to think about the French angle. Like, it's like this whole New World Order, secret society thing. But, like I said, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm trying to get an understanding of it. So, like, comments, guys, like, let me know, like, Candace is actually saying, like, I need, like, a translator. Cows! Unfazed. But, yeah. Like, it seems, like, very confusing to me. It's like, yo, what would the French try to take out Candace because Candace said the president's woman had a wiener? That doesn't make much sense. who benefits from Candace Owens' assassination? I know Israel does a lot. But yeah, I'm doing a discussion video because I don't know what to think about it. I took bicycle directions because on a bike, you see, makes it more fun. Although this ride would suck on a bicycle. Would not want to do it voluntarily or for fun. But yeah, I figured that this was something worth talking about. I just don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? All I really know is Candace Owens had like a hen politician out of France message her that there's been a hit put out with her and another journalist and to watch her back. So now that we know about it, hopefully they surrender and we can all be a happy, healthy little family again, I guess. I wanted to bring my old camera back, boys. I hope you don't hate the views so much. I put a lot of work into the angle views, and I just wanted a little break from that for a couple of days. Oh, come on, guy. Not even doing the speed limit. It's 35. I'm going 32. I have to ask another question that is a fair question. Who thinks Candace Owens is a little bit going off her rocker? Or do you think it's legitimate? Right now, I think it's legitimate. But the way that the dots connect don't really click for me, if that makes sense. You know, I definitely appreciate your guys' feedback on this. Alright, our house, middle of our street, our house. Now you guys want daily content, right? But here's something that I want to be very abundantly honest on, alright? I didn't post long videos enough or often because most of the time they just didn't do well, and I'm embarrassed because I have 400,000 subs. You would think it would be all easy peasy for me now. It's not. Alright? Like, mine still flop all the time. So, if you guys want me to keep posting daily, y'all need to have notifications on, comment on all my videos, and keep my morale up. Like, that's your job if you want me to keep doing this job. And giving me suggestions on what to talk about. Obviously, I'm not going to be in this town a whole lot longer. Oh, it's such a mission to go to Taco Bell. What sucks about being in mountains is you got like a couple of food chains to see everywhere, and then you have like the most mediocre, expensive tourists. I'm very disappointed. I have not had good food in a long time. Alright, now that we drove around and went on a little adventure, maybe we get back on course now. That's what we do. And then we get home dark because I have a tinted visor and I really don't want to deal with all that. Been to the Taco Bell, but this looks like a cool exit, so I'm going, hell yeah, brother. Oh dang, there's like a whole community up here. Be damned. Whole welcome center? What's the point of the welcome center? Go. Commit, guy, commit. Choose your decision and get to it. Alright, don't second guess yourself, my guy. Taco Bell. This place looks haunted. A haunting never hurt anybody. Taco Bell, Taco Bell. Supreme. But I have my wallet, so I hope they take Apple Pay. Do you take Apple Pay? We do. So, for the people that use DoorDash, I was just horrified because I use that service a lot. Imagine being first, right? Like the first guy to get an order in, and then someone orders 6 minutes after you. So the DoorDasher gets 2 orders from the same place. So she gets your order and then waits 10 minutes for the second order while your ice gets melted and your food gets cold because somebody ordered behind you. It's kind of messed up, not gonna lie. And no wonder why this place looks haunted. It's freaking ridiculously expensive. I mourned the Taco Bell value menu more than Erica losing Charlie. Bad times that we live in. But I got a crunch wrap. I feel is $4 too expensive, but whatever, I wanted it. Even went on a side quest, so there's that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the whole Candace Owens French assassination attempt, or them making payment for said assassination, and it linked to Charlie Kirk. and the Israeli government somehow. I can't make any sense of it. It doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna say Kansas is crazy, but she ain't making much sense. Alright guys, I'm gonna pop out of here. I will see you guys later. We got a pretty sky.
That's nice. But then, right when I took the picture, Butters got really hot, so he pulled his pajama bottoms down, and then I tripped and fell down, and my mouth landed right on his pen. Then I thought of something funny, so I smiled up at the camera and gave like a thumbs up, and then Kyle took the picture from me, and he's gonna show it to everybody and make them think I'm gay.
I can't believe I'm rehashing this, but I guess we'll do this again. Rick Cutler is the guy that shot Charlie Kirk. Everything else is a lie. The transcripts were a lie. Everything was a lie. And I have a theory on why Rick Cutler and TPUSA won't sue me for making this accusation. I believe they won't because it would give me full subpoena power to pull more information. And I'm already proven to be a little investigator.
I'm blowing out my left arm, now I'm going to blow out my right arm, and I'm blowing out my damn throat, too.
But a lot of people wanted me to explore other conspiracy theories when it came to Charlie Kirk. And I don't believe any other conspiracy theory. I made the Rick Cutler video and I dug into it because I was losing sleep at night. And I don't know, it kind of blows my mind that no one else is talking about it. There was a little bit of talking about it when I made that video, and now nobody cares. And Charlie Kirk wasn't even a friend of mine or anything, but I'm definitely mourning him more than his wife, which is sad. But in other news, the Epstein emails, they're not even the Epstein emails, they're just emails talking about the Epstein files, are pretty wild. And all I have to say or ask is, who the heck is Bubba? And a lot of people say it's Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton. Nice guy. Got a lot of problems coming up, in my opinion, with the famous island with Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein, in your remarks about in the Q&A.
Well, I think he's got a problem. I mean,
what do you think the problem will be?
I don't know, but that island was really a cesspool. There's no question about it. Just ask Prince Andrew. It's a Democrat hoax. It's just a hoax. The whole Epstein thing is a Democrat hoax. So this is a Democrat hoax that never ends. These files were made up by Comey. They were made up by Obama. They were made up by the Biden information,
But that was also the name of Glenn Steen's horse, Bubba. Now, I don't know what to think, all right? I'm just going to stay reserved and see what comes out. But I feel like we're going to get some messed up defense, something you would see on South Park. And all this, the Charlie Kirk shooting, the information wars, it all goes back to the Epstein files, boys. And a lot of people say, oh, it's already been destroyed. I think a good fair bit of it's out there. And I think there's foreign agencies that have pieces of it. I don't think this is just going to go away. They tried to scrub MK Ultra. We still figured out what was going on there, that mind control program in the 60s, 50s, I don't know. But yeah. Appreciate the people coming to my channel and encouraging me to keep making videos. Promise you don't have to do it for anybody else but for me. And whenever I post a video, you like it and you say a comment. I have a theory, if I get like real subscribers that care about me and they start doing this, content will get pushed out more. But like, who do you guys think Bubba is? Just curious. I have no idea. It could be Bill Clinton, it could be Charlie, it could be a horse. Like, I have no idea. Was Bill Clinton ever referred to as Bubba though? Big Bubba on Pistol Ricky and Big Bubba. Good time. Yeah, see guys, I'm not a squid anymore. I'm getting used to my gloves. And when gloves are brand new, like leather's real stiff and it kind of sucks. Yeah. Every damn light. Why am I getting caught at every damn light? Every single time I go. It's every light. Why can't I get it like a clear by, like not even speeding or nothing? Foam brush, try foam. That Rick Cutler shot Charlie. We're being lied to about everything. We're in an information war. And Nick Fuentes is the savior of America. And you can hate me all I want, but I think Ben Shapiro has taught us all one thing. Facts over feelings, I think was the saying. Got myself right in the face. No fucks to give. TPUSA knew all about it. So did the president and the CIA. Rick Cutler is our guy. Sue me, I dare you. I'll subpoena everything. Just cleaning my bike, don't mind me. Oh, you're using the thing for my tire. No, that's the one for the tire, my guy. See? Superbike, brush, nothing to worry about. All right, don't worry about it. It's fine. Against the carbon fiber? Yes, against the carbon fiber. Where else would I put the brush? Besides Ben Shapiro's. This is soothing, isn't it? Let it get damaged. Shit happens. I said be clean. If this gets dirty again, it's Ben Shapiro's fault. There's still some spots, but I'm not too worried about it. There's still a few spots, but I'll live with it. Alright, now that important matter of business is taken care of, we got a half-ass wash done on the bike. Now we gotta air dry it. See, it's all happy now. I really, this tire was filthy from grease, so I at least wanted to spray down the bike. Spent this morning cleaning it, so whatever, doesn't matter. Now, with owning a BMW, my biggest fear is taking it into the car washers and then the bike not starting right after I clean it. That's a genuine fear of mine. Sorry, BMW, your parts are expensive. So now we gotta air dry the bike by driving around. I have a very hard life. All jokes aside though, I'm not really making much money at the moment. Drop a super chat, guys. I need it. You better not skip me, you damn light. Wow. Bullshit. Good time. Hey, I got a little bit burnt out and I've been sick. And I've been helping my parents out dig ditches on their property, so plus I need to make some money, but I really genuinely have been sick and tired, so the only thing I caught wind of is Big Bubba and the Epstein emails, and I haven't even really gone through them. It's just kind of unavoidable. So we're going to probably talk about that on the next video. Turn on notifications. This one I just went out and wanted to say hi to you guys, because if I don't post in 3 days, a couple of y'all just flip out thinking I'm not here anymore. But I'm still here, don't worry. Thanks, buddy. But that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys like the video, hype the video, comment on the video, and like my shorts! I need help! Thanks, guys.
Oops, Patrick, it opened by itself. Ah! Come on. I gotta see it. I gotta look at it and see it and glom onto it.
SpongeBob?
Yeah?
Did you notice something familiar about this map?
You mean like that it's our game board taped to a piece of paper?
Do you think this is a problem?
We need America to wake up and prioritize Israel. We need to bring home Americans and end this war, bring home Israelis, and make sure we stand by our #1 ally in Israel.